Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Trackless.
Hi.
Hello.
Carrie, get up here and say hi.
When we last left off, the Trackless crew fought the Death Knight, Prince Atutan, who pretended to be his father, King Kumek. After defeating
wrecked us. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Give me a call.
After defeating him quite easily, the crew is greeted by the real King Kumek. He thanks them for temporarily ending his son's evil unlife, temporary because Death Knight, by telling them how to access Shafalok's realm in the Shadewalk, and giving them his legendary hammer, Oathbinder. Once inside the Shadowfell, or more commonly known in Chult, the Shadewalk, the group quickly traveled across the bleak wasteland to arrive at the dark city Urinji, a great maze made of stone and bone located right where Mesro would be in the material plane. Just to recap, they literally traveled across Chult with 3 teleports, I think. You guys did 3 teleport spells.
Yeah, because we're assholes.
Yeah. No, you're smart.
Flight and
Forget walking when you're high levels.
Yeah.
They're all spellcasters. Walking's below you.
Yeah.
Literally, because we flew and then
That's right.
Yeah.
We teleported. There was no walking.
It was let's fly about several hundred feet in the air to get a good range and then teleport to place in sight.
Right.
Group is immediately greeted by a small village within the maze, formed with what can be assumed to be former Choltons, now Shadowkin. And the village is filled with stone huts and a huge 20-foot tall and 50-foot wide black monolith in the back of the village that I forgot to mention last time. So that's pretty important. There's this big giant black monolith at the back of the village. It's all spooky and ominous. Suddenly, a non-shadow-touched elf pokes their head out of one of the larger stone huts and moves the party inside. Who's this elf? And how will the group defeat Shafalok in his city? Who knows? Because we're going to someone completely different. Wandering throughout the Shadewalk. Coming up over a hill is a moon elf. A moon elf with a certain bit of blue glow in her eyes.
Does she look oddly familiar?
You guys don't know, you're not there.
Oh.
others. Arya's going to kill you.
Rein, to your right is this dead, still ocean that seems to go on forever, which you assume in the material plane would be the Trackless Sea. But in the Shadowfell, there is no current, the water's black, and you can't even see below the surface of it. You don't even want to test to see what horrors could be underneath those waters. The ring has been guiding you forward for weeks. Every once in a while, you think someone is trying to contact you. As you see the way you're going, a symbol of Ubtao, a small circular maze, seems to appear in the same direction you're going, almost like it's meant for you to initially see it. And you come across maybe the 5th one you've seen on your travels.
When I get close to them, am I able to actually interact, or do they go away before I get close enough to interact?
Yes, you see it looks like a black charred tree trunk that's maybe as tall as you, and somehow it looks like it was carved into it without damaging the tree further. Is this maze? You seem like the paths are just big enough you could trace your finger around in it.
I trace each one, knock on the tree, hopefully wait. And keep going.
As you trace the maze, you swear you see a white fish come out of the water. And give me a perception check.
Perception check.
As it just like out of the water.
All right.
Breaking the stone.
Check. That is a 22.
It appeared to be a trout of some kind, and it was glowing white.
Have I seen anything like that before?
No. but you have an odd feeling it's tied to some former friend of yours.
It does. It makes me think of this wizened old elf with a beard.
Mm-hmm.
That is a hobgoblin now.
I think of him as an elf with a beard, okay?
He's an elf on the inside.
That's
Yeah.
just a ring talking to you.
Right.
Hunchback.
The ring actually says to you, interesting,
What's that?
the fish.
Hmm.
We're almost to our destination, though. And as it seems to, like, mentally guide your head over to look towards this bridge you see that seems to go across to
Oh.
a small island.
Well, that's something different. I think I'll go there. I just want to go somewhere nice and sunny again.
And that's where we're going, up north. Where
Oh.
both of us can be at peace.
Okay, sounds good to me. Hey, how about can we like do that dragon thing again so we can fly? Because this walking thing is getting tiring.
I wish I remembered how to do that.
Let me know as soon as you figure that out.
Well, I already figured out that other trick I told you.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good trick. But that's still I still have to walk. But I mean, it's still good trick. It's cool.
We could make a eagle.
Well, yeah. I'll do that.
All right.
I make an icy eagle.
You spend whatever charge points needed for creating the ice creature, and you make a giant eagle.
Oh,
And it is made of snow as it looks at you.
You probably have a really creepy noise that it makes because of the shape of the snow and ice.
It's pretty quiet. It just sounds like the slight crinkling of snow when you step on it when it moves its head and stuff. The Shadowfell is pretty quiet on its own anyway, so you probably hear those very subtle sounds as it
Yeah.
moves its head over and looks at you. And
I'm
just
like,
lowers
this is
itself.
a much better idea. Good choice.
Okay, so you fly over towards the bridge, and as you get to the bridge, the eagle seems surprised as it starts to quickly descend.
Whoop.
Not enough to where it would injure you or the eagle, but it seems like it cannot. It's trying to elevate itself, and it cannot, as it lowers towards the bridge.
Well, this was a good idea at the time.
You saved yourself probably a day or two of travel. So.
Yay.
But as you get to this bridge, you see that it is made of stone and bones.
Oh boy.
Bones of various animals, not just humanoids.
Well, now that's interesting. Ah, bones. Okay, not bad. I will try to safely land my ice bird.
It does so. It just kind of like glides and lands. And you see halfway across the bridge, there appears to be like a waving, pretty sure being a high-level arcane caster you are, it's some kind of illusionary magic in the middle of the bridge. Seems to be shimmering almost like a mirage.
I want to move toward it, but I'm gonna throw up detect magic.
Okay. What is the range of detect magic?
That is a very good question.
It's
I think
relatively
it's
short. I
60
think like 30
I think
or
it's
60.
60 feet. Do-do-do.
Well, we'll just say it's 60 feet for now. It's within range. Definitely, really high level aura of
30 feet. I gotta get 30 feet from it.
Okay. As you move on the bridge to get a closer look for the detect magic, you sense really high levels of illusion and conjuration magic coming from this light distortion in the middle of the bridge. Oh, and necromancy. You sense necromancy everywhere, but that's to be expected.
So hey, Ring, what do you make of this?
I think it's a demiplane.
Oh, not another one. Think it's safe to step through it for us? How do you feel about that?
It'd be easier to keep things cool in a demiplane.
That's probably true. Smaller space.
I think we should go through.
Well, it's not my first portal. Sure, why not? Can't be worse than what we've already been dealing with for a while. And just sort of take a deep breath.
As you take a few steps forwards, it says, "Huh. I sense a strong presence behind that. Maybe it's this Azra you mentioned."
What?
He
Like-
says right as you're stepping through the door.
You're maybe 15 feet away now. As you now that you're that close, it does show that it is a portal. And you see a mountain ranges way in the background that weren't there before. They just seem to appear where the ocean was, and a huge maze with the walls going up hundreds of feet, made of the same bone stone material.
I'm gonna look down in my little pouch on my hip and like flip the top up and scratch Slippers on the head and say, I think we're going after that person who killed me a while back. Are you ready, Slippers?
Slippers just looks kind of nervous and has never been really comfortable in this place. In fact, I would think, I'm not going to be cruel about it. Normally, it'd be like your familiars turn to skeletons and stuff. We'll just say Slippers looks a little decolored.
Aw, he's de-rezzed.
Yeah, because I like Slippers too much, so I can't turn him into a skeleton.
All right, Rein will kind of take a deep breath and steady herself, and then just say portals and walk through.
As you walk through, you see it appears to be two stone statues, just rubble of them being completely destroyed at the front of this maze.
Oh boy.
Bunch of singe marks.
Azra.
You don't even need an investigation check. The singe marks you can smell are very recent.
Okay, best to be prepared. I take out my shield.
All right.
And I will go forward.
As you proceed forward, you see a village with stone huts. And,
oh my god, are there going to be other people? I haven't seen other people in forever.
And you see random peasants, servants. You assume they serfs, I guess. They're all how you've read the Shatterkai are, though these aren't elves. They definitely have some kind of human origin. Very depressed looking, gray skinned, looking down. Most of them don't even have hair, and they seem to be doing random labor. And
meanwhile, Rein, having not really seen regular people for a while, is waving happily, smiling at people, even if there's no response.
Oh, it's Canadian in New York.
They don't seem to acknowledge you at all.
I don't even think I noticed. I just, it's good to see people again.
As you go in there, you see a few of the stone. They describe them as huts, but some are big enough. I would say they're buildings, maybe a ramshackle of buildings. Have some random banners and symbols you do not recognize.
Interesting. Rein kind of start just sort of walking up and kind of trying to casually, she can look and see if she can see inside any of these huts.
As you walk into the village and go to explore the huts further, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no! All right, let's see.
Welcome to the game.
There we go. Oh, that's a 16 total.
Okay, you feel a sharp pain on whichever hand the ring is on.
Ow!
As a red light appears in the tower at what you assume is the very middle of the maze that towers over top of the maze itself. And you hear the ring also like in pain as your arm starts to freeze over.
Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa!
Meanwhile,
Sorry, what?
the rest of you hear screaming outside as you just walked into this building. Maybe a minute ago, and you're gonna ask like, "Hey, elf lady, who the hell are you?" When the scream happened.
Do we recognize the screaming?
It's outside. It's definitely in the village
Well,
somewhere.
we're wondering if we
the
recognize
voice
the
of the
voice.
scream. Yeah,
Um,
kind of with Azra on that one.
I don't know, but if you go outside, you'll definitely recognize
Does
it.
that scream sound familiar?
We'll
'Cause I
say
feel like
yeah.
it's the Shadowfell. Just general screaming noise.
Yeah.
Probably
say-
pretty common.
We'll say yes. We'll say
I'm gonna
yes.
go to the door and look out and see if I can see who that is yelling.
You're Rein's maybe almost down to a knee in pain as her arm is freezing over. You see like Iceman from X-Men only on her arm, as it's just like the ice is slowly like engulfing her.
And I can see that it's Rein.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab Varth by the sleeve and say, "Oh shit! Hey, it's Rein." Also, I think her arm is
Rain is
freezing
screaming
off.
here. That is a strange effect. Normally it only rain,
Oh my God, Baron.
rains in limbo and pandemonium.
A woman's arm is freezing off. Stop it.
But you said it was
Well,
raining
Slap
here.
the Baron lightly in the face.
Baby rain. That is in limbo and pandemonium.
On task, buddy. On task.
I'm going
The
to
elf.
run and try and collect Rein and get like under her good arm and start
If you need
trying
to
to
collect
help
rain,
her
you need a
walk
rain
back to.
basket.
As you're getting closer to her, you notice the temperature getting much, much, much colder. In fact,
Quickly,
it's starting to.
somebody shatter her arm off the body. It's the
And,
only way to save her.
The elf from before is like, quick, get her in here before he notices her.
Oh god.
Ow!
Pronoun game.
And-
Pronoun
Quickly.
game.
We'll roll initiative.
No,
Oh, shit.
no.
Alright, you dice.
Nezzy's gonna help you. Because she's lawful good like
Yay.
that.
I trust this one.
She doesn't
Mary
know.
Sue is,
She
Mary
doesn't
Sue
know.
is gonna help.
Yeah, she doesn't know Rein, but obviously it's a friend of yours and someone needs help. So she's gonna try to help.
Just don't be more successful at this than you have been at combat, Mary Sue,
Most things.
Yeah,
or everything else, really.
yeah, pretty much.
Azra gets a dirty 20, by the way, for initiative.
Nice.
21.
Varth's initiative is an amazing, impressive, astonishing, mind-boggling 6.
Nice.
Dad
know.
got an 18.
Hard to believe I got such a high number.
I got a 12.
Ooh.
Let's just hope that the Dark Lord gets less than 6. We'll be all right.
Do any of you have resistances or immunity to cold besides Rein?
I have resistance to cold, I think.
No.
Yeah.
I have fire resistance, which is not particularly useful right now.
I have acid and cold resistance.
You do have fire shield, but that would probably hurt her
Hmm.
All right. So
if you ever prepared.
who got lead on the initiative then? I think I heard 18 was the highest.
I think Dirty 20 was Azra's.
Azra. ended up
Baron
That's
got
me.
21. Baron got
Azra
21.
loves going first.
Azra,
Baron got a 21.
what do you do? She's maybe 50 feet away. We're just gonna ignore the Baron.
I mean, we usually do.
You said like 21 for Azra. I mean 21 for Baron. I mean 21 for Azra. I got confused. I'm sorry. Baron, what do you do as this ring is freezing over this random elf's arm?
Pull out my flame tongue, put it on fire, and shove it into her arm as we try to pull her into the thing.
As you pull out the flame tongue, the fire immediately goes off on it, and it
Still
tings right off. It's
Wait,
immune.
are you stabbing or like I thought you were gently? You just stabbed a woman in the arm.
Rain, you don't feel any of that.
See? I'm fine.
You took
Okay,
no
did he
damage. However, the Baron does need to give me a Constitution saving throw as he gets really close.
Oh,
I'm sorry if I kill you.
It's okay. The Baron
He's-
loves
he's
that.
He's technically already dead. It's impossible.
No, he's
Fair
a
enough.
living
I fail.
vampire.
I think it's possible.
Don't destroy the illusion.
What did you get?
He
I
said he
did
failed.
10. I fail.
Oh no.
DCs are never under 10.
All right, you take 21 cold damage
Oh, that's it?
Woo!
as you start freezing over, and like frost is on your hands and stuff.
Baron's got like 40 times more than that in hit
Did he
points. He's fine.
successfully stab her though?
Not at all.
Okay.
In fact, it was all he could do to pull his sword out of the ice that's currently advancing up her arm. And almost lost his sword to it.
Finger death.
Hey
No,
guys, it was
not
fun
helping.
guest starring.
This has been a fun 45 minutes.
I mean, if there's any condolences, Varth does have regenerate, so we could just lop it off and grow you a new arm. I always have it memorized, sorry.
Might have to go Avengers on this, you know.
Yeah.
I was being lopped off recently in this campaign. I'm not sure if I'm into it.
Star Wars time. Everybody loses
Yeah. Everyone loses an arm.
Tiefling Wizard School of Explosion, your turn.
Yes, that needs to be
That's
a
me.
wizard school. Wizard
Yes.
School of Explosion.
That's basically what evocation is. We all know. Let's not mince words right now.
Yes, exactly.
What will Azra do? Freak the fuck out, but that's really what happens anyway. She's gonna try and cast Scatter and just yoink everyone back inside the house. If I can get 5 of us, so I'm gonna get as many people as I can, with Rein included.
Okay, so what does scatter exactly do?
I teleport up to 5 creatures within range, so 30 feet. And if they're unwilling, they have to do a wisdom save.
Rein, are you willing? You feel something tugging you for a teleport. You see Azra casting the spell, so it's easy to assume it's her.
Okay, if I can see Azra casting through the haze of, oh my god, my arm is freezing, oh my god, I would probably worry less about getting tugged somewhere than that my arm is freezing.
So you're willing then. So
Yes.
Azra, you pull everybody into that building, and immediately, Rein, the pain ceases.
Do I still have an arm?
And your arm's still there, and the ice slowly falls off in chunks.
Ooh.
Ooh. Hi, Rein!
Hi.
Hi.
What was that?
I was going to ask you the same question.
That
gonna
would
point to
probably
the
be
ring.
the Dark Lord in charge of the maze.
I'm pointing to the ring. I'm pretty sure the ring isn't really too happy here.
Are you very happy here?
The ring is like, the thing tried to fight me, tried to destroy me.
Oh boy.
Shavalak.
Shava
Yeah.
something?
That's the Dark Lord. Shabba
the
wabba
one.
wabba. Yeah, we're here to kill him.
Whew, okay.
I mean, I think he's a god. I'm not sure, but Baron's killed gods before, so we're fine.
God, shadow thing. It's all very complicated.
Yeah.
We just need to
Yes.
murder it. and it'll be
Right,
fine.
yeah.
I
Right.
look over where Baron is and I'm like, did he just try to stab me in the arm?
He does that.
I think he
Yeah,
was
you
trying to help because
you-
he knew that Varth has the regenerate spell.
Yeah.
Like that actually happened. Like 2 days ago, Azra had her arm lopped off and Varth regrew it.
It was a lot.
It's like a thing, like you just lob off arms now?
I mean, okay, the
They go
Baron
back.
didn't do that intentionally. Another monster did that,
Okay.
but I mean, I think his idea was that it's better that it ends at your arm rather than going to your heart.
That's okay, I can regrow your arm, says the ring. To you. Only you hear it because it's telepathy between you
Cool.
and
I
it.
thought it was the elf, and I'm like, that's way scarier. Never mind the ring. That's fine.
Also, hi, how are you?
You just see Rain's face kind of go like slack for like, okay, that's not creepy. All right. Whew. Yeah, I just found another portal and apparently a Sararak might be here.
What?
Oh, interesting.
And who
you
might-
mean we have to deal with ass crack and shabba wabba wabba?
And who might that be? Says this, we'll say wood elf mage because they just say elf mage.
A demi-lich.
I am turning around to look at this new person that invited us into their home. Like, what do they look like? What are they wearing? They're a wood elf. But
She's a wood elf with hazelnut long hair, and she's wearing greenish robes. Very arcane looking, easy to assume a wizard of some kind. A dwarf with a ridiculously huge beard and a great axe. Along with him, it seems to be a priest of I'm trying to remember the name. Gond. Priest of Gond, dwarf. And 2 elven scouts. The best way you could describe them. They're the stereotypical leaf-looking leather armor with bows on their backs. You know.
Okay, got it.
So who are you guys?
I gave her a name. Give me a second, because they gave her a name, but it was not like anything.
Pronounceable?
Steve.
My name is Lathine Arenthea. We traveled to Cholt to stop the death curse a few months back.
Rein just sort of smiles. My friends and I did that.
So you're the ones that ended it. We noticed. I think everybody did. No, I think makes sense. Everyone feels that air seemed to get lighter. Was that like that for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
I be Dwarven Giant Beard. Dwarven the Giant Beard, not Dwarven Giant Beard. Don't get them confused. His name's literally Dwarven Giant Beard.
Nice.
I love him.
My name is Aid Giant Beard, says this the priest dwarf. Female with a beard. You could tell by I can't do female dwarven voice, but it's very like a slight feminine tinge to the dwarven accent.
Okay. So how did you land here?
Well, exposition dump. They tell you
Suddenly
that
feel
after
like we're going to get a exposition.
it's actually a bit of a story. After the
I like
curse
stories
had
better than
ended,
expositions.
after the curse ended, we decided, well, since we're in Cholt, we might as well explore one of the many ruins, see if there's any artifacts we could find, and go from there. We went to Isari. It was an ancient Yanti ruins. It was completely submerged in swamp. There's still a few traps there. It didn't really matter. We didn't find anything of importance there. But besides, accidentally stumbling into the Shadowfell.
Oh, been there.
I think we're still kind of there.
That's kind of my
Yeah.
fault. Since the dwarf as he scratches his head behind his back.
It happens.
There was just a gold piece sitting right in the dark corner. I mean, how was I known that I would trip and fall into a shadow world?
So, you said something about like, I think it's him doing it.
What? She says.
Yeah.
The elf. Oh, you mean Chevalak?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that was definitely him doing that.
Yeah. My brother Varga placed a ward upon this building. That's the banner outside.
Okay.
And it keeps us out of divine eye. Makes divination not work, at least in this building, for a while.
Is it divination coming in or divination going out as well?
He can't observe us while we're in here.
Sort of like the non-detection spell.
Yes.
So does that mean I can't go back outside?
Unless you want to end up as an icicle.
I'm not sure.
It might be that he saw you. You were sort of like straight out in the middle of the street. Pretty obvious.
If his powers are as divine as I suspect, it may be that he was detecting the power that the ring held. Divine powers don't like competition. the ring would be a powerful artifact of sorts, and most likely be considered to be something that the Dark Lord of whatever this place or whoever Sheparabba thinks he is. By the way,
Madi.
Varth never says his name correctly.
Neither do I.
Azra-
It's fine.
Ezra, I know you don't like to part with it, but you do still have that necklace of non-detection, don't you?
It's a ring of mind shielding, but yes, I do have it.
That might work.
Yeah. I don't even have it attuned right now, so I'll give that to Rein.
The ring says to you, Rein, I don't like where this is going. I'm the best ring.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't hear that.
Are you real? Like, it's not a competition.
She
Are you
says out of
sure?
the blue as if talking to something none of us can hear.
All right.
I'll take the ring from Azra. I'm like, you're still the best ring. It's fine.
All right.
Cool. So once you attune to that, he shouldn't be able to see you.
That's
I mean, there's unfortunately only one way to test it.
I'm
good.
gonna end up-
I'm still gonna suggest that we're stealthy when we leave here, but also like we should have a plan, considering we're in a giant ass city and have no idea where we're going, other than I presume the big scary tower at the end.
It's probably safe to assume the people in the streets.
Would I have noticed that red light coming from it when Rein showed up?
Sure. Your passive perception's so damn high. Even when you're in the building, you probably saw the light reflect off of 3 different angles on the black obsidian stones here. So you probably noticed a red glow at least.
As bad as Hazel.
I mean, a 21 isn't incredible.
It's not 27, you're right, but it's close.
You did notice a red hue in the air. We'll see.
So, I have an idea of where in the tower he is, at least. Gonna guess that's probably where he is.
And I'm imagining there's a maze between here and there that we have to go to get to him.
Well, there's a city.
Yes, yes, there definitely is a mage. This is the elf kind of interrupting while also listening.
You know, I could turn into a spider and just walk up the side of the maze, and we could go across the top.
I already tried that. Polymorph didn't work.
It's not polymorph, it's wild shape.
What about spider climb?
Oh, when I went to climb up the wall, it seemed like the wall was endless. I could never reach the top. After about 2/3 of the way up, it just seemed like I felt myself moving upwards, but it didn't seem to progress at all.
We probably just have to do it the old-fashioned way. Put your hand on
Ezra's
one wall and keep
okay right
walking.
now.
Also, I noticed flying doesn't work up
Can you
when you get
destroy the
past
walls?
30 feet.
Can the walls be destroyed?
No.
What
You
about
see at
move?
some point Rain's hands up in the background.
Suggestions?
I'm curious, why are you trying to kill a god?
He's an evil
Specifically?
god. And he is he is the evil shadow of Obtal.
Oh,
And also, I think he might have Zeb trapped here somewhere.
what?
He's the reason this city got stuck here.
We got okay, so hang on. Starting from the beginning, we got a message somehow, I can't remember how, that Zeb needed our help. And that to save him, we had to follow this lady. And she led us to another guy who was pretending to be Shavalak, I think. No. He was pretending to be a servant of Shavalak.
Okay.
And then we found out that to actually bring Mesro back and presumably save Zeb, we have to kill Shavalak, which I don't know what killing a god's shadow does to the god.
I don't know, but if it's the only way to save Zebediah, then I mean, I think that it's a must.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of felt the same way.
I mean, I was in as soon as you said he had Zeb.
Also, we already killed one aspect of this god, and it wasn't that difficult. I think the hardest part of this is going to be getting through the maze.
To
I
be
mean,
fair, I've seen both of them, and this guy is a lot scarier. Also, yeah, multiple times I have scryed or used legend lore on one of these assholes, and they looked back at me, and this one looked back at me, and he was scarier than the last one, Rein.
Oof.
Yeah.
So he's actually seen you. Oh,
Maybe.
Kind of.
I think.
according to most of the books I've read in the past, that's a really bad thing.
Yeah. I'm trying not to dwell on it.
Probably best.
Like I said, Baron's killed gods before. I'm not worried about this thing.
So we're gonna.
Speaking of barky boys, I'm paranoid. So I was gonna have Leo sit in the doorway and just sort of watch to see if he sees anything out of the ordinary on the street while we're talking.
Okay, he does that. There were a few other people in our party, but there seems to be some kind of mind affecting thing here.
What?
There were 7 of us. 3 of us went missing. My brother went to go find them, and then he went missing. We did see them a few days later, and they looked like those people out there. They were gray. They wouldn't even respond to us, almost like they didn't even remember us. And they got fed to that monolith in the back.
They're what?
Or
Okay.
actually, I guess the more accurate term would be conduit. In this village.
So they're dead?
I think they're more than just dead.
Destroyed then.
I think these people's souls are food for Shavblack.
One death curse to another. Outstanding.
We've been
I'm
trying
noticing
to
a theme.
We've been trying to find a way to get our friends back for one, and also get out of here. But we won't. Getting out of here would be easier than trying to get our friends back, of course.
Gotcha. So I think that time is of the essence.
Yeah,
this point.
my brother said this would only last a few weeks. Ward, it's been 10 days. Sorry, it's been 15 days. For I gotta go with Faerun. 10 days. Oh,
Yeah.
and the spell would have lasted for maybe 10 days, and it's been well over half that.
I think we have to go into this maze. And I think that
The question is there any type of planar effect that would negatively affect us on our way out there? If there is, traveling through this maze is also timely of the essence. We don't have a lot of time to actually go through the maze either. If there's a planar effect,
Yeah.
it's going to negatively affect us.
Do I think it would be worth ritual casting my speedy boy, my speedy big mouse? I forgot what the spell's called. Phantom Steed.
I think
Because we could feasibly go faster.
I'm not sure how much of help that will be. The maze seems to be ever shifting. I can hear the walls move every once in a while.
Okay.
So the question is the maze between here and the tower?
Yes.
Is there a way around it?
No. So the tower's in the middle of the maze.
I mean, he's an aspect of
Yes.
Ubchao. I feel like we have to go through the maze.
But theoretically, if the maze is ever changing, there is no way to get to the middle.
I did a few magical experiments in here. This is definitely a demi-plane of some kind.
I've made it to Mephimet's maze one time, but I don't think we have time for that.
Spells that cause anyone to plane shift, noticed in here, do not work. Light seems to have halved its distance, including magical kind, daylight or otherwise. Dimension Door and I think Pass Through Stone do not work.
What about Greater Stone Shade?
And divination spells seem to provide false readings. I think Shivalak purposely answers them falsely.
I think we may be forced to do this the old-fashioned way.
Nah, I'm not a fan of the old-fashioned way. I like our way better.
Yeah.
I think that this person is using the same tricks that any high-level mage would use to protect their assets.
So he's taking tips from ass crack.
I believe so.
The ring says to you, I knew it.
What?
It's that ass crack guy. It's gotta be.
He's a demi-lich. We all call him ass crack. His name's Azra, but it's so close to ass crack. You might as well just call him.
That's what the water guy said anyway.
Water guy? What?
You don't hear this. He's talking just.
He might, because I repeat it, so he gets parts of it.
You know,
water?
Water guy?
You know, he would look really nice as an ice golem, though. I think he'd be better as an ice golem. It would probably help him
I don't
out.
think he would enjoy being an ice golem.
I don't know. It would be like really hardy, you know. And, you know, just that flame sword didn't work on your arm. Imagine if that was his whole body.
I mean, I'll talk to him about it. If it's something he's interested in, we'll see.
Okay.
Varth, you got any ice?
I am still currently in water form.
Varth, you got ice spells. You might like the ring like you a little bit more.
I do have ice spells, but I don't think wearing a major artifact is going to help our situation much.
Oh, I'm not saying to wear it. I'm just saying make him like you more.
Right.
I don't think it would let you take it from Rein.
Probably not.
It likes her.
Didn't that one guy say that it was evil?
It's misunderstood.
Oh.
And this is not the time or place for this discussion.
This tote's evil. Things that say they're misunderstood are evil. Unlike me, I'm just misunderstood.
Hi, Baron.
The ring's like, wow, that is an evil guy next to you.
Yes.
The ring says
if I had to put his alignment on the chart, I would say it is black mana.
But I mean, what are charts, really? I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
I feel like it's just doing it the old-fashioned way.
Yes, but theoretically the maze could be made impossible if this dark deity is intent on ever shifting it.
Yeah, but what other choice do we have?
The elf
We
mage.
can't think of any other way through it.
The elf
And which reminds me, you said that you had a handful of other party members that fell here. How did they fall?
Who the hell are we talking to?
There is like an entire another party in this room.
Yeah.
You pointed an elf and 2 dwarves.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
And
I went to the bathroom for like 15 minutes and like a party group.
and
Let me go
two
again. So we
and
have
2
more
elven
members.
scouts. All of you cramped into this building. They said it's a larger building, so it's not like you're really cramped in here.
I mean, Varth's water, he doesn't really take up space that he doesn't want to.
The,
Probably doesn't
Ezra's
want to.
right in the corner.
Varth probably wants to stay at least 15 feet from Rein because Rein puts off like a 5 to 10 foot chilly sphere.
Oddly enough, it just seems to make Varth's form a little colder because he has cold resistance.
Oh.
As well as acid resistance.
I know of a secret way to get into the maze from this village, but it's behind the conduit. And the conduit, inside it, seems to be an eternal fire that is used to absorb life forces of these people
Ezra
here.
perks up for a hot minute. And then when he finishes the sentence, she's like, oh.
Actually, your ice
I
thing
would
might come
be-
in handy. Maybe he saw that as a threat to his conduit. Elflade's
I
just
would
looking at you.
also prefer to go in unseen because hopefully he saves his energy and he doesn't bother changing the maze when nobody's in it. So if he doesn't see us go in, maybe he's less likely to fuck with us while we're in there.
Oh, there's things in it.
Or
Well,
he
more
uses the
things.
maze
There's going to
like
be a blue
time.
guy, some skeletons selling chili dogs, talking hedge.
Wrong campaign.
Oh, meow.
Wrong campaign, but close.
I don't think you ever answered me. Your friends that aren't here any longer.
I saw them get taken into the maze. I assume that they were taken to the tower.
Okay. So it wasn't because they did any particular spell or anything in the maze that pissed it off.
No.
Idea.
What's your idea?
Okay, this person is a fragment of Ubteo, also known as Ubtao, depending on your pronunciation.
Yeah.
Depending on the
Yeah.
era, yes.
Think I read or was told at some point that he's blind to his own shadow, his own self. So does anyone have an essence and or artifact of Ubtao? He might not be able to locate it. We go through the maze, he might not see us going through. Huh?
Rain, you know Zebediah did. That's not of any help here, but you did.
Damn it.
I'm
I do
about
have-
I'm about to say it. And I'm like, not helpful.
I do have two scrolls that were they're Mesro scrolls. I think they might have been taught to the people of Mesro by Ubtao.
That might be a
I
little
don't
bit
know
too
that
low.
it's I know, but it's
I'm
all we
thinking-
got.
What if
We
we
need,
hold
like-
them over our heads like umbrellas?
That's a good idea. We need something like Rice
Scrolls,
Nasty
frying
level.
pan.
Mezzy joins in the conversation and says,
Holy shit, where'd you come from?
Darren has no object
Your
permanence.
ring can do ice stuff, right? Says
Yes.
this Cholton lady with 2 kopeshes.
Yes, it can do ice stuff.
Oh, Rein, Mezzy Rein. She's
And
the one
Misty.
who helped us find find our way here.
Weren't you trapped in one of the domains of Dread?
What?
Anyway.
Mm, I
And
mean,
the ring mutters in your mind. Didn't seem dreadful to me.
Some of them are quite pleasant, honestly.
we have
You know, like
different days.
Sagrova, it's just all swamp. It's nice to me, but big alligators.
You guys did,
Anyway.
I give Azra a side glance when Baron's talking, like,
Yeah, your glance is returned.
maybe you could use that ring to freeze up that conduit.
I can certainly try.
Maybe the
I mean-
conduit is how he changes the maze.
I mean,
If
what
the
could
conduit
possibly
is
go
how-
wrong?
If the conduit is how he absorbs souls, and you freeze it solid, it might prevent him from absorbing our souls while we're in the maze.
That
It
would
may give us
be
enough time to complete it.
great. I would prefer not to have my soul taken.
It's an unpleasant experience.
So
Sure.
I've been told.
All of the NPCs look at you, Baron, questionably.
So,
I mean, have they stopped since the last time he spoke?
Yeah.
It's a constant, like,
it's very interesting when you can talk to your own soul. Sometimes you just sit there and have a conversation.
Perrin, not now.
We don't have time to discuss this right now. We're going to have to later.
So
What?
I can drop the temperature around, like, basically I can target a point and I can force the temperature down to minus 30 degrees
that
Fahrenheit.
should be enough to put out any fire.
Unless it's magic.
It's just handy when you're around me.
Or you could throw the ring into the fire.
I give you a side glance. Yeah.
That's also not possible.
The ring says, I am actually not liking this guy. He is really evil, and I don't like his plans.
Hard.
Did I mention he's evil?
I'm not evil.
You did.
It's perspective. It's
Do you
subjective.
do you have any water spells prepared, like watery sphere or tidal wave?
I always have watery sphere prepared.
Because 30 degrees might not be enough to really dampen a artifact level flame. However,
If I surround it in water and she freezes the water solid,
that's what I was thinking.
I like that.
How many people are in the village?
No,
They're not people.
Oh,
I'm okay.
how many
Barth,
of
they
these
are.
non-elven
I don't know where you
people-
got this idea. This is not every dread plane is like that.
How many beings are in the flame?
I've been calling them Shadowkin. It seemed the most appropriate.
How many of these Shadowkin are there?
I would say maybe between 50 to 70. Not quite
Oh,
sure.
that's not a lot. We
Oh,
could
this
give
is
them
not a
all
city. This is a
a lot of
village.
water, and we can all pee on the fire. See if that puts it out.
How about that's plan B?
Yeah, Azra will pretend she didn't even hear what you just said.
But that's the
she'll mention
first.
that she can cast Elemental Bane, which might help the cold be more effective. Question mark. Or at least if it has resistance, then that'll not apply that.
But
Hmm.
if we put out that
Yes.
conduit, you might have stand a better chance if you're trying to get to Shavalak. Though I'm not sure how well an Eternal Fire will go against it.
I mean, I
Pretty
can also
ice
make a
up
big
top.
giant wall of ice around it, and also drop the temperature on top of making a wall of ice around it.
How often does he come out of his tower? Do you think he'll notice that this thing is different? That we froze his conduit?
Sorry,
I mean,
I'm responding
technically
to something.
speaking, if he's a shadow, we are quite literally never going to see him, and he could be standing in this room right now.
I mean, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say, one, the protection in this room says he can't get in, and two, if you were standing in the room with us, we'd already be dead.
No, maybe not.
Possibly, unless he's just using that as a means of seeing what we're going to do because it entertains him in some perverse way.
Okay, either way, I have the capability, if we think that there's a chance he'll see it and it'll piss him off or something, I can use Major Image to try and make it look like the flame is still there and burning totally fine. And it'll last until dispelled if I cast it at a high enough level.
That'll get us into the maze and maybe buy us some time.
But I don't really want to waste a 6th level spell slot if we don't think that it'll make any
Let's-
difference to him.
Let's wait a minute, because once we freeze it, it might already tip our hand.
That's true.
I can lead you to the entranceway of the maze as the Elven Mage.
The hidden one?
Yes.
If it
It's
doesn't
behind-
involve going outside, we're probably fine.
It's behind the conduit, but I doubt.
I mean, it's gonna be outside, buddy. It's not in the room, I don't think.
No.
I point over at Rein and I go, that was more for her sake.
Rein, the ring tells you we could try that trick. That should work.
Oh,
The new one.
sure,
You could stay here and not stay here at the same time.
that's true. Might as well give it a shot.
Sure.
Varth gives you a strange glance, as if you really could see his expression, being that he's made out of water.
So, with not explaining to anybody else, she will attempt to do that.
All right. So you spend 10 at the charges,
Mm-hmm.
and appearing before you, it's taking some time. First thing, the ring conjures a whole bunch of snow, and then all the snow seems to bundle itself up into a humanoid-like form, and it slowly gets more detail on it, and it forms into a duplicate of Rein.
That's a neat trick. Is that really you?
Snow Rain.
Rein,
Hi.
this will be confusing because you are both of them simultaneously. So
Yes. Hi, Rein. Hello. Oh, hi, everyone.
Ah, that's a neat trick.
Hmm.
Ah,
Do I know what spell she just cast?
you can roll Arcana. Your other version has the ring on it, but obviously it's a fake one. It's just there to look exactly the same.
Can you use the same thing abilities that she can? I say to the snowball Rain.
I think so.
how
That's
much 40 did you get?
Huh?
Oh, how close to 40 did you get on your Arcana,
I
huh?
mean, I got like hang on, math. A 28.
I just got a 17. That's just rude.
I got like a
Sorry.
21, and I rolled pretty dang high. Okay, plus 8.
Dagger, being the historian you are, immediately recognizes it as a spell from an infamous witch called Simulacrum. Well, at least one she
Mhm.
uses a lot.
A
Big
wizard
wolf.
named Manchun.
Yes.
And you know of a wizard named Manchun who uses it a bit too.
Mm-hmm. He also uses clone,
essentially-
a 9th level spell that's now illegal.
Essentially, she cloned
That
herself,
was Manchun's
And her-
clone spell.
and her
There's even a higher
cologne-
level version.
and her clone is half her HP, has the same amount of spell slots she had when she initially made it, and it cannot be healed unless she spends a lot of gold to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
and it's a snow clone essentially. The spells won't come back to that clone either.
Oh, okay.
Do you think if someone peed on it while it formed, it would become yellow tinged?
No, Baron. Both Reins. No.
Both of them. Well, the clone does not have the equipment the primary one does, unless the primary one gives that equipment to the clone.
She's naked.
She looks like she does normally, but her ring isn't the Ring of Winter on the duplicate.
It's fake.
Her we'll say her shield still works, but this is more for magical things. So, like if she had a magical necklace of fireballs normally when she used the spell, it would look the same, but it actually would not function at all.
Oh, okay.
Poor Slippers is poking his head out of the pouch. Going,
Oh my God!
You
Is there a little snowball? Oh my God!
You see an adorable
Azra, my feeding heart.
you see a cat-sized bunny rabbit with a unicorn horn, and it's super fluffy, and it looks like something Thumper from Bambi.
Oh, I love it.
I'm just
Morty
imagining
pokes
as
his
soon
head
as
out of the
there's a
bag.
sound, the like giant fey ears on my blink dog Leoman just go from like alert to what?
Yeah.
A little cat with wings pops out of Maddie's.
Here, man.
Maddie's
He's like
cat.
looking over my shoulder.
All the
Very
familiars.
The ring tells you, I can stay with this one, and you can go with them, if you want.
do we really want to part company?
We won't be.
Oh, this is a hard choice for Rein.
Hmm.
I'm supposed to keep you safe. What if something happens when I'm not here?
Hey Varth,
Then I'll leave,
Yes.
and you can find
you
me.
said you could summon that scary beastie, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could do that and leave it here with this ring
I
to
could do
protect her.
that is something I can do.
So, does Rein believe that it's safer to not have that ring? Like it's definitely like a giant lightning rod for the attention of this big bad.
You feel like
I
you would
mean-
not be able to leave this building for very long with it on you. As long as that thing
Even
knows
with
you're
the-
there, but with the ring, it would probably have to. It would probably take a while, but you would still be risking that happening again. It just wouldn't be able to notice you magically. It would have to.
If I summon that monster, it will be able to stay here and keep us safe for about an hour.
You couldn't confront Shivalak directly. You're thinking.
I don't know how long it's going to take us to go through that gigantic maze.
Yeah, it's not that big.
Yeah, you all watch as Rein like walks up to Rein, and Prime Rein like it's very difficult. Like you see her take off the ring and kind of look at it, and then she puts it on the finger of the other Rein over the spot where the ring
She's
was.
marrying herself. That is so sweet and adorable. I don't know if that's legal in most places, but
You get used to him.
Do
No, you don't.
though?
No,
You don't.
you really don't. No, not really.
is that not what that represents?
We'll
There
talk
should
about
be
it later.
words. Yeah, we don't have time.
The
Oh my God, the dog is burying his toys in the blanket.
I mean, there's this lovely couple I met in Barovia. I got them out. They got married. You guys were at the wedding. It was very beautiful.
Yeah, we were at that wedding.
Yes, that's where we met, basically. Well, we met before we got there, but
Yeah.
Mezzy says, "Oh, that's perfect. Then that means the ring version of you could try to put out this conduit, and the rest of us could go through the maze and try to confront him, because he can't fight two fronts at once, right?
Mm,
At least not as
that's a good
effectively.
point.
The ring version of her could keep the conduit put out, even
Yes.
if he
Yeah.
tries to reignite it, while the rest of
do-
us go through the maze.
I did like the idea though of Varth using some water to try and make that a little stronger.
I could still
what if
do
the,
that.
Yeah,
We
we
could do
what if
that on
the
the way through.
snowman jumps into the fire with a ring? It's
Nope.
snow and snow
Nope.
and ice.
Nope.
You see Rein shake her head no.
If that fire does what I think it does, jumping into it means you're dead.
That and her snow rain still has like a life essence, and
Wait.
it will take damage and die.
Wait.
Then the ring is just undefended.
Is there a clone version called Sleet because she's a snow rain?
Oh.
Sounds good.
That's what it is. Yeah. So
I like
sleep
it.
still has a life essence. It can still die.
But it's not a person, it's a simulacrum.
The simulacrum can be destroyed if it takes enough damage, in which case
Yes.
there's nothing defending the ring.
Well, you see, a thing jumps in without a soul, the fire gets confused, like, where's the soul? I don't know what to do. And then the ring takes over and freezes it because it's a powerful artifact versus a powerful artifact.
I don't know how well the
Ice and fire,
ring can.
water.
I don't know how well the ring can function without a host, though.
Sleep
Ask
just
it.
sort of leans over and goes, I'm not planning to jump in the fire, but I'll try to put out the conduit while you make a run for this maze.
But your only existence in life is to put out the fire.
Technically, no. Now my existence is to keep the ring safe until Rein comes back.
Also,
Safest place is the place people are least likely to find it, in fire.
Rain 1 and Rain 2 are connected via telepathy, so you two can talk to each other. So if the snow version gets into trouble, the primary one would immediately know.
My God, Rein's life has gotten more and more complicated.
Twice as complicated, almost.
The bane of high-level spellcasters, man.
Right, with intelligent artifacts.
Hmm.
It's not
I'm
bad.
of three minds about everything now.
He buried his toys in it and is now laying on the blankets.
We can
It's so cute.
we can stay here and protect you as well as we can while you're keeping the conduit frozen.
You could leave Leo with her as well, maybe.
Yes.
You could say that again.
You could leave Leo here.
I could.
protect.
Yeah.
Prime.
Or-
Rain.
Yeah, if I summon something, it's only going to be here an hour. It's not going to protect her for very long if Shajawajabagaba decides to cause trouble.
I could kill one of the Shadowkin and have it come back as a wraith.
No,
That's not going to help us much. The Shadowkin are already dead. They don't have a soul.
that and the wreath only protects you. It doesn't really listen to anyone
It does
else.
as I commanded.
Omayo? Jindero?
Yeah.
Sorry, you said they're already dead. Sorry.
I could also make one into a bomb. if it is for
God.
somebody. There's two dwarfs and an elf here.
No,
No.
They can protect the simulacrum for us.
They
And
aren't cardboard cutouts, but they are Disney Ride, and their little hands just go like e e e when you mention them.
See, I remember the extra NPCs. They can do something.
I gave them names. Let me tell you them, because
I
no one else
need
did.
Nodwick. I need to do Nodwick 2 and Nodwick 3. Go in front of us as we go through the maze.
Liday Giantbeard is the cousin of Borvin Giantbeard. It's the priest dwarf. And then the two elven scouts are wood elves, and it's Atate. It's a random elf generator. And Uthamar.
Oh,
And they're twins.
I forget who it was reviewing the Saltmarsh book, and there's a sea elf named Oceanus or something. I was just like, that is the dumbest name.
It's like
Oh, that's so dumb.
naming your child.
Yeah.
That's like, we need a name for a rare space metal. I know. It's hard to find, so unobtainium.
I know what I'll name my child. Material plane. That's where they were born.
We can't think of anything unique, so let's just call it something dumb.
Something dummium. Anyway.
Something dumb.
So
Oh my
it
god,
sounds
that's
like
going to be an ogre name in a future campaign.
it sounds like we've got a bit of a
Something
plan. Did you guys need to rest at all?
Yes.
I used a spell.
I'm
But
okay.
I mean,
I think the Baron is out though.
Out of what?
Spells. Didn't you use a bunch of them to get us here?
I don't remember how much time has passed, but yeah, a short rest.
you used the ones in the ring, didn't you?
You might have used them when you were fighting the stone columns.
Yeah, I might have. I just don't remember how much time it's been since things.
We might need a rest, yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure we have all our spells before we go.
Do you want to do a short or long rest? Because Rein, you know, with the long rest, all those charges will be back on your ring.
Oh, I do tell everyone that if we rest for the night, that the ring will be able to do more.
I think we're gonna need every charge we can get from that ring.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
All right, so you
Time for
guys,
siesta.
take a long rest in this.
I get my cat out.
And this
I am-
stone hut, we'll say there's like hammocks, and they're like layered over top of each other, almost like bunk beds.
Dag is going.
One.
Dag is going to put alarm on all of the doors and windows into this place.
Okay, you notice the other elf, the elf mage.
Is there a large
she
bucket
also
or a
does that.
bowl in the building anywhere?
You can sleep in my canteen. It is empty.
There's not enough space.
Everybody's just like, and all the NPCs just look over at the dwarf. He goes, "No, not Betsy." And you just see him carrying this random bucket. It's like this old dented bucket.
Rein will look over at Sleet and say, "You can make him a bucket." And Sleet's like, "Huh." And she conjures a bucket of snow and ice.
Oh, it's nice and cool. Thanks.
Welcome.
That is
Varth's-
wonderful.
Varth stands in and then sloshes into a looks like a little just flat puddle in the bowl. Ah,
Wonderful.
relaxed.
It's like the reverse of a sauna.
Yeah.
I knew a guy named Odo who used to do that. Deep Space Nine reference
Okay.
for the two people who might not know.
I hear people.
I know. Katrina just was like,
No, I just had a thought.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Okay, fuck you.
I'm like, I know Kevin's gonna say something.
Fucking dick.
It was a good comeback.
It was, yes. We just realized last time that Chung has a shitload of new magic items that she can't have attuned anymore. And Mezi doesn't have fucking any magic items.
That is true.
That DM protection.
So Chung is gonna give
She has plot armor.
is see if she would like the pyro converger, which fair warning, it is
Oh
dangerous.
God,
If she rolls terribly.
I don't know about
Could
that
do
with her
poorly.
rolls. You give that thing
and
to
the
Nancy,
other one-
maybe a scorch.
So you're giving the ancient warrior, highly religious ancient warrior from the past who does not know anything about technology, the super highly
You
advanced
pull a
technological
trigger.
thing that explodes fire.
I mean, you pull a
that, has
trigger.
that has a measurable percentage chance of turning her into an ash pile.
Okay, it only deals 46 damage. Okay.
46, just 4 under 50. No, I'm kidding.
Snow person, borrow this.
No. And Chung also has a flame tongue longsword.
If the snow clone had those, you never would have suspected they'd have the Ring of Winter.
That is true.
But also it would start melting, so that would be bad.
Okay,
Or
never
the gun-
mind that then.
Or the
I'm
gun
not a
would freeze.
clone. What do you mean?
Or the gun would freeze solid.
I like warm hugs.
It actually would not freeze
Oh,
solid.
no, I'm
You do
sad.
know that there is a very small fire elemental powering it.
Yeah. That would be very bad to put the ice ring next to a fire elemental. That's not going to explode or anything.
Okay, fair point.
Maybe a Memphis level fire elemental.
Right. Still, that's not going to cause an explosion.
The ring would just turn it into solid ice flames, probably.
Or it would just explode.
That too.
Temperature difference.
All right.
Well,
So you guys got your long rest.
Yeah, I do think I want to take
All of your charges that is more than what's in the book on the Ring of Winter are back.
okay.
I do think I want to take Leo with me though, because it might be smart to be able to do some scouting.
Okay. That's fair enough.
The giant eagles awkwardly perched outside.
I love it. Yeah, that's true. She does still have the giant ice eagle left over.
Oh shit.
It's on the roof. You guys probably just heard it like thunk on the roof. Whatever.
That could also be a good distraction. I don't know if it's a summon thing. Is it like a pet or is it like a
It's
A
I made it, so
You-
it's kind of
You know it does not go away until it goes to 0 HP.
yeah. So it's just here, but it can't really fly because there's something funny about this place and flying. So it's just like
Oh, I know. I noticed that already.
yeah.
But it could hop alongside Sleet and
Mhm.
keep her safe, right?
Yeah.
Horse-sized eagle just awkwardly hop. Have you seen a bird walk? Like, just imagine a horse-sized one.
Just like that stupid pigeon walk.
Yes. Head bob.
It gives up and starts riding on the shoulders of the dwarves. The dwarf is like, "What the? We got it."
But yeah,
So
so we'll stay here and protect ya, snow, rain, lady.
Sleet, just call her Sleet. She's like, "Yep, just call me Sleet. Hi."
Alrighty. This is the dwarf as he goes to pat her shoulder.
As Rein goes to leave, she sticks her hand out to shake Sleet's hand, and she's like, "So this is where we have different experiences, and good luck. Don't get melted too quickly."
As long as she has her magic hat, she'll be good.
Before-
Actually, now that I think about it, she has the ring on and she's attuned to it. She
Yep.
can't melt.
That's true. Yay!
She cannot melt. She goes into the fire, cannot melt.
No,
The fire will
no,
not.
no.
will
We're
heat-
not
No.
doing that.
That
She
was
ha-
the
she
thing
has
that
her
Rein
own little
put in
snow
her
cloud.
brain.
Yes.
Before we head out, I'm gonna cast alarm again, but I'm gonna have it be a audible one, such that any people that are not the big rest group of us of who have been our allies, if they come in, it'll go, and they should be able to hear it. Basically, just a warning in case, I don't know, an invisible assassin or something shows up.
Wait. Should we attack the conduit now, or do you think we should wait until an opportune time? Because I do have these, as she pulls out 2 sending stones.
So, well, I can talk to Sleet, and you have those. So when we get to the entrance, maybe just before we go in, I'll tell Sleet to start doing whatever you're gonna do, and then as soon as the conduit's frozen, Sleet can tell me we can go.
All right.
And then you can use the...
I can keep 1 sending stone.
Yeah, let's keep another sending stone because
Do
God forbid
those
the worst
require attunement?
happens. No. I have like 8 of them in my backpack.
No,
first.
they don't, luckily. Luckily.
Just asking because I'm at the maximum level of things I can attune, and I still have 4 things I can't.
And
use.
honestly, if it does say in the DMG they require attunement, these ones are just super special and you don't.
They don't, because I have 2 of them. Azra has 1 and I have 1, and then I have 1 and Captain Squiggles has 1 back in Port Naranzaru.
Right, that's right.
So
Yeah.
so when Varth mentions having other magic items, Rain's like, "Oh, what you got?"
As just very
well,
noticeably not in this conversation. She like has her back turned.
Also, Rein, you probably noticed the that pyroclaster they talked about. It's this
Yes.
weird mechanism, and you just see like this glass fishbowl size thing on the back end of it with a little fire elemental spinning around in it. This is super highly advanced magic tech that you've never seen before.
I don't think Byre would like that very much. And just a reminder, Byre was our tree friend from.
Oh, okay.
I remember, but none of them will know.
well, I have a staff of the
Wait a
woodlands.
minute, do I recognize that name?
Yes, actually.
Did you say a tree friend named Byre? That's like a sea elf named Oceanus.
Wait, with...
Flashback! Give me an intelligence check, Dagger.
Holy shit, that's like so early campaign. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, you remember back when you first hired Kame to take you to the Misty Cliffs. You encountered these creatures called wildings, and they were looking for one of them.
Oh,
And it was named
shit.
Byre.
Found him.
I did not remember that at all.
Ain't no retentive note taking. That's what I do. It's I remember shit.
Also, I remember too many things about this because I just remember that off the top of my head. It's probably like
Yeah,
episode
okay.
6, maybe.
But I do recommend that we take one of those sending stones just in case the worst happens and they get separated from Sleet.
I like to think both of them at the same time.
Because you'll know if something happens to Sleep, but you won't know where she fell.
Mm-hmm.
Next episode title: Sleet Falls.
Oh, God damn it, that's amazing.
I hate it already.
It's like this teaser trailer, and then it just like when it's the actual episode, she's like, "Whoops! Whoa! Oh, I'm better. Okay, I just tripped over something. Sorry."
Just to get you to clickbait on it, and it's just her tripping over.
Yeah. My one weakness: a random rock.
Put that here.
Anyway, so
Oh boy.
should we wait until the signal then, and then we could just stay in here until then?
Yeah, let's do that. Want as few as people noticing people us walking around as we can. Varth, do you still have the capability of doing that pass without a trace spell?
Sure.
That elf that I already forgot her name. We're just gonna call her L, because I remember her name started with L.
It's
Lathine?
Lathine.
Lathine, yes.
I literally just
Lathine-
wrote it down.
Lathine will join you to the little hidden door that goes further into the maze.
Okay.
But then after that, she'll go back with Sleet and the rest of them.
Second level.
You can cast it from your staff at will.
Oh, it's right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's why I mentioned it. That's also why I don't have the spell anymore, because I'm like, well, shit, he can do it whenever the fuck he wants.
Right. Okay. Yeah. The staff of the woodlands. Can do that.
Oh, there's Chungus in the background.
Huh?
The cat.
Oh,
Oh, big baby.
Also, before we leave,
It's a very
Rein,
big baby, a 35-pound baby.
yes,
Oh my god.
Rein will ritually cast water breathing and says, "I just do this every day. You never know when you're gonna need it."
Sorry, he
That's-
stress eats, and he eats when he's unhappy, and he's unhappy because he eats.
She says that, and all of you have like that anime thing where like the sky has like the 50% opacity, and it's just Zebediah like water breathing.
Yeah, no, the water breathing thing, that is smart. Yeah. We don't do that often, and we should.
I do it every day. You never know when you're gonna accidentally fall into, an ocean or something, and
We usually just wait until we need it.
Or if you
When, not if.
or if you fall off a dock that has an aboleth attacking you,
that happens
Yeah.
too sometimes.
That didn't happen to us because you killed it first.
Oh, they killed it dead. Like it was.
Yeah, they killed it before we got there.
Well, technically, Pleadle and Winra killed it. I was watching Zebediah get swallowed whole by a door.
Oh, we've been there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just
It
remember.
was not pleasant.
I just remember Varth just immediately breaking character and be like, I grab a crab and I throw it at the door. The second he realized where he was
I
at.
recall none of this.
You weren't
Oh,
there.
The Baron would have loved it.
Huh?
So,
Be a dungeon he could make. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway. So, you guys proceed with the plan where Sleet and this entourage of NPCs that you literally just met stay in this building, except for the elf who guides you back behind the conduit. So as you guys leave, no one bothers you. There's no big red glowy eye in the tower as you guys are leaving. However, at the conduit, you notice that it is a 50-foot wide circular area dominated by a 20-foot tall cylindrical monolith made of rough-hewn black rock. 5 feet up from the ground, you see a 3-foot wide hole carved into the center, within which burns flames of deep reds and violets, surrounded by small crackles of red lightning. And 3 of these shadowkin coming up to it.
What do they appear to be carrying and or doing?
They look very sickly.
I think they're gonna jump in. Should we
I
stop
don't know.
them?
They're technically already dead.
Okay,
I know, but I think
Not
this
far.
destroys. Doesn't it eat their soul?
They don't have one. That's why they're here.
if they didn't have one, they wouldn't be jumping into the thing. I worry that stopping them will kind of make us more noticeable.
The 3 of them move kind of closer together as they move towards the front of it. And as they do, you see the flame reach out and incinerate all 3 of them, leaving
Oh my
no
God.
trace.
Oh,
Whoa!
too late to do anything.
Should summon something, see if it happens again.
Let's start and say we did.
No, because I know how
Okay.
summoning works.
Agreed, says the elf as she proceeds around it as far as she can, like hugging the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys follow. And then you notice behind it, there is this random little secret pressure plate that she hits. It's really difficult to find. You think it might have been a really high DC investigation check, per se, if you're trying to find it yourself. And a swirling portal filled with smoke and shadows appears. She says, "This will only last for a few seconds.
Not another portal.
But if
Shoot.
you press this spot again," and she points out literally the spot on the wall you need to press, it'll open it again, at least on this side.
Okay. Good luck, I guess.
All right.
You too.
Freeze that conduit.
Azra does one of these.
Rain face palms at the portal, but we'll walk through.
Azra, being the expert on fire, you're pretty sure this fire isn't just fire. It might be more equivalent to hellfire in terms of damage. You think your resistance might not help very much?
No touching.
He wasn't gonna try it.
No.
Yeah, this is just off the top of your head, especially after seeing that scene.
Yeah.
I mean, it's potentially necrotic style fire. My resistance never comes in handy.
Azra and the Baron fusion. Ha ha! We're immune to your conduit.
Fusion.
I hate my existence. For we both hate each other as characters. Anyway,
Because Azra's not a fan of the Baron. That's funny.
you appear.
No, Azra loves the Baron. He's like that older uncle
Says
that
the
nobody
Baron.
ever wanted.
Says the Baron, yes.
You all appear in a long curving corridor that travels around corners to north and south. The walls here are 30. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say 300 feet high because 30 feet just seems like a joke.
You know how high 300
Jump over?
feet is, right?
Yeah,
I was
it's-
gonna say, Chunk could hurdle that in 3
Yeah, yeah.
steps.
Maybe something in between a little.
Well, I think it's probably one of those things where if you try to climb the wall, it just keeps getting taller.
Yeah, I like the
and
idea
taller.
that Chung sees that it's 30 feet high and goes, huh, and tries to hurdle that, and then the wall goes,
Nope.
Yeah.
well, we'll go with that. It just seems a lot less intimidating for me personally. It's the realm of like a demigod. You're gonna have a labyrinth.
Yeah, just if it's like 100 some feet, there's nothing for us to really see other than a wall.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a.
So
Don't be George R. Martin with a 700-foot wall that's super tall.
all right,
People
really.
like, hey.
Here's where the fun begins. So,
Mm.
oh god.
do you guys travel north or do you travel south?
Can I make some kind of investigation check to see if there's any kind of symbols or like arcane marks that give an idea where we should go?
There are clearly no real discernible things that you could. It's definitely a maze.
Oh, I'm up for going north.
We could go north and then we could send the familiar south.
Is there truly a north or south? Is there a magnetic pole?
The thing
here?
is, if we get too far away, I can't bamf them. We can't bamf them out. I don't think.
True. But I trust their judgment. Probably.
That's the thing. I don't really want to be without them. You know.
Without him?
You hear a from the pouch.
Oh. Actually, no.
I think it's just the sense sharing that you can't do.
Yeah, no,
From-
we can bamf them in and out from wherever. It just we can't telepathically communicate with them after a certain distance.
Yeah.
Rein scratches her chin and says, now normally we can bamf them out, but do we think it'll work the same in the maze?
Let's try it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll try it now. He's sitting on my shoulder and I try and bamf him out. What happens?
You mean
'Cause it
dismiss
just
your
goes to-
familiar?
Yeah, it just goes to a little tiny. It doesn't say that it's like actually teleportation. It just
Yeah,
like a pocket
it'll go
dimension.
to its pocket dimension.
Okay. It seems to work fine. I'll bamf
Okay.
it back in again.
That doesn't seem like a bad idea. And then we can always check in on them every now and then We just can't talk to them.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go north, and Leo, do you want to go south?
Or
I'm gonna
Put
take.
Morty down next to him. It's okay. They have each other.
I'll take Slippers out and put Slippers on Leo's back.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh God. That's so cute.
Oh, I'm nervous.
I'm sorry.
Leo looks very nervous and doesn't want to do it,
Oh.
Baby.
to say the least.
Morty just looks at him and just like stalks off in the direction that I told him. He's like, "You pussy, come on."
It's like you look north and it's just like, whoa, it's like this ominous zoom in camera focus. And you look south and it's literally the same scene again. Whoa, it's just, you know, either way, it just looks like it's
Get
doom.
Grub's house party looking
Yeah.
at the painting.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's looking at the painting.
Rein is going to walk like toward the hedgerow, like north is, you know, left, south is right, and just see if, like, labyrinth style, if there's like an illusionary wall that I can walk. So she walks forward with her hands out and kind of touches the hedgerow for a little bit, like, no.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Although it wouldn't be a bad idea to walk like trailing a hand on both walls.
You travel 30 feet. Nope.
No.
I do recommend, it might be smart to all of us be holding a rope or something. They said this thing changes. I don't know if it
Oh, yeah.
changes while we're not paying attention.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I got plenty of silk rope.
And do we have any
Cool.
chalk? We should be marking walls.
I do have chalk because
we-
I'm a hoarder.
Of course you do. Yeah, Azra asked, but she knows you have some. She's just like
Just like
prompting you.
digging in the background, rope, crowbar, soap, mirror. Okay, chalk.
So
Put everything back in. Did
Rain,
you just eat soap?
nope.
Rain, give me a perception check.
Me?
Yes,
Okay.
since you're the one trying to observe the walls and stuff.
Okie dokie. That's a total of 10.
10? Okay. You notice that the bones in the walls seem to be made of humanoid and animal. You see some actually, to your dismay, you probably take your hand off the wall when you realize you put your hand over top of like the side of a skeleton of one of the bunny rabbit unicorns.
Ah!
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do I see what she's doing?
Think
You
the
see,
composition of this
coincidentally,
wall makes
on the
it-
opposite wall is like a dog-like skeleton.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't send this.
I run
familiar
over and
as well.
pick up Slippers and put him back in the pouch.
Oh God.
I just look apologetically at everyone. It's okay, Slippers.
I like the decor.
I do have a couple castings of Find Familiar left, so if the worst happens, Leo, you'll come back.
I think this was done intentionally. If this composition of the wall is stone and bone, I can't use stone shape on it because it's not just stone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Unless the bone is very
It
old.
also might just
in
be
which
there to
case it's
fuck with us.
fossilized and it is stone.
And very much filled with mold.
I'm pretty sure this is still the bone kind of bone. I say tapping one of them.
Oh my God.
Baron,
Azra just starts walking because she can't be part of this conversation for much
Baron,
longer.
these bones are dry, not even filled with marrow.
Yeah, straw bone. Ah,
Ugh.
They're
I'm
borderline.
following Azra.
They're borderline petrified. It was like eating stone.
Yeah.
almost a couple more centuries.
Yeah. A few centuries too soon, then. Let's keep moving.
What are you talking about? Me and you'll
I'm
be
gonna
fine.
message Sleet and see how things are going.
Does this wall look solid, or does it look kind of impartial?
It looks as solid as the rest of the structures you've seen in here.
By solid, I mean, does it look like it has cracks that water could seep through?
No.
Got it. Because if water can seep through it, so can I.
Rain, you go to contact Sleep.
Hmm?
You said you went to contact Sleep.
Mm-hmm. I do. Try.
Sleep's like, yeah, nothing happening here.
Conduit's icy.
Oh, are we doing that now?
Oh yeah, you should do that now.
I thought we were gonna wait.
Till what?
Till you guys got to the entranceway to the tower, I thought you said.
Oh, okay. I was mistaken. Hold up then. Don't do it yet. I'm so confused right now.
So am I. And I'm you. This is weird.
That's why you're confused. I'm sorry. It's my fault.
Who's she talking to?
Oh shit. Azra, I just realized a thing.
What?
Even if we can't talk to our familiars, if we absolutely need to, if you have sending prepared, I'm pretty sure you could talk to them.
Oh shit, that's a very good point.
They need to have an intelligence score of at least 1.
They have
They do.
your intelligence. Or
And they
10 or
have-
something. Yeah.
That's
And-
very convenient.
As you're discussing this, and Rein backed off a little bit, Rein needs to give me a dexterity saving throw.
No,
For
no.
God's sake.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No, it's
Mm.
fine. That would really be Rain's reaction in character. Oh, for God's sake.
I'm right next to her, I should point out.
Okay, if you're right next to Rein, you'd also need to.
Oh, Azra.
It's fine. This is fine. It's a 12.
Okay, 12 for Azra, and what was Rein's?
I got an 18.
18. Okay, bursting out of the wall next to you is a skeleton of giant proportions.
What?
Like a giant's skeleton. As it bursts through, the rubble knocks Azra prone.
Ah!
And
That's
we'll
fine.
need to
Just like, this
roll,
is fine.
And we'll need to roll initiative, as in the opposite wall, 2 more pop out.
God.
Great.
Oh,
boy.
well, that's a 1. Okay, cool. The new dice also hates me.
Oh, God, I rolled a 1 as well.
Hooray!
Are you serious?
Yes, I got a 3 total.
Yep, 3 total. You
Maximum initiative. Varth got 22.
Oh my god, you
Oh,
got a nat
shit.
20!
Yeah.
I think that as Azra goes down, Rain is completely distracted and like, what? And so
Oh no!
Ah, come
we're
on.
both distracted.
Don't worry about me.
Save yourself.
Dag got a 16. I believe the NPCs all go at, it was 13? I think?
13, yes. Wait, Dagger was 16 total?
Yes.
What was... Oh, Azra got a nat 1, so what's that total?
3. I think me and Rein might have to roll off.
You
Because I
have the
had
same dex modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I would say since I'm standing, maybe I'm first.
Oh, you can have the greater. I don't want it. That's fine.
Okay, 3 to greater.
When does the Baron go?
I don't know. Apparently, it doesn't matter for the Baron.
When do you go, Baron?
17.
Varth?
Varth got 22.
That's right.
Max initiative for Varth. He was prepared for this somehow.
I'll redact this. I'll leave it up to you guys. Would Mezzy stay with you guys or be back with Sleep? Others?
I figured she would stay with us the whole time. I mean, she actually knows us. I mean, it's up to her.
She wants to see this through. I think she'd
Yeah.
probably come with us.
She would come with
Like-
you, yeah. So I'll roll for her.
Because the whole reason was that she wanted to actually end this guy.
She got a nat 20, so she goes first.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
With her +4 in dex, definitely going first. Oh yeah. You know, monsters might need to roll.
Maybe.
And hey, she has a flaming longsword now.
Oh, that she does.
Flaming.
They got a 3, so I'm gonna consider them the lessest of the 3. That's a word, I
I
promise.
like to think that Azra, Rain, and the giants all startled each other.
Everyone's like, ah!
It's like when you're in the grocery store and then you bump into someone, then you're both just like, for a minute.
It just goes.
Alright, so... Thank you.
Mhm.
As he, of course, immediately runs up to one of these huge-sized skeletons
Come up.
and swings Flame Tongue, Kopesh, and Flame Tongue. Flame Tongue's a +2.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Flame Tongue's a +2 weapon.
Are they?
Yeah.
No, flame tongues don't have
so.
that anymore. They just deal an
that's
additional
right.
2d6 damage.
Yeah, they're just fire damage, and that's
The
it.
sun sword is a +2 weapon, I think.
Yeah. I'm so confused.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
just
flame
adds
tongue
the
just deals an
extra
additional 2d6
And
damage.
counts as magic for
And
tongue
counts as magic.
Excuse me, my computer's running ridiculously slow.
It happens.
Yes.
As I'm scrolling between NPC stats and monster stats that are in the same PDF.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm opening up the PDF again in another tab and just having it on her stuff. Since she has a new weapon, I gotta see what her modifiers are and all that. Bibbidi bobbidi boo, she does not have the flu. But she is a Mary Sue. To that I say, boo hoo. You like my silly rhyme right there? That was dumb.
I say they rhyme every time.
Oh, hey, Zill. You guys haven't run into Zill before, right? Red reptilian guys with four arms.
Not at all. No.
Yeah, she probably.
Yeah, that's one of them didn't eat Azra's arm. That totally didn't.
She's not over that at all.
No, it's not traumatized
Wait,
anyone.
something ate your arm? I thought somebody chopped it off.
Oh,
No.
it chopped it off and then tried to eat it.
Yeah,
And
jumped it
then-
up with
In
it.
front of her.
It wouldn't let
Getting
me finish it.
flashbacks to a certain clown with an arm.
And she was having flashbacks as she's wearing her red prosthetic arm, and she's like, I can still feel the pain. What
Oh,
are
and
we?
that was
Are we gonna play like a
after-
damn fiddle?
That was that. It cut her arm off, and then it plane shifted her to a different plane, so we couldn't get to her.
I
Yeah, that was a
remember
bad
that.
day.
I think somebody named Jeanette may have saved Azra's life. with a
Yeah,
well-placed
yeah,
natural
yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That is
Turns
what happened.
out, shockingly, when a Zill takes you to 0 hit points, you can just cleave your fucking arm off.
Yep, oddly
And
enough.
Ouch.
Oddly enough.
Okay, she hit with the first strike. Kopesh got a nat 2, so miss. And hit with the important weapon, so that's what counts. Twice. The flame tongue.
Nice.
Uh,
And don't forget, we haven't used those 2 crits that we have either.
normally,
I'd use
no.
one.
normally,
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
yeah.
you used one.
normally as it, oh, she has to use her bonus action, so I guess she only gets, 2 swings, and she doesn't get her Kopesh, which is fine because she missed anyway. As a bonus action, she causes the flames to ignite, and you notice instead of being a 40-foot radius with dim light to an additional 40, it's only a 20-foot radius with dim light of 20. So whoop-de-dee. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
she hits with that twice. Yeah, okay. So that's her turn. And up next is Varth. There are 3 huge-sized skeletons. Think Dark Souls 1.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
giant skeletons.
great.
Hmm.
Okay. Well,
Oh, this hallway, or whatever you want to say, this maze path is 30 feet wide.
uh-huh.
So there's one right next to Azra and Rein, and the other 2
Right.
are 30 feet across.
Not sure I like that one that's next to my friends.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're not sure if they like it either.
Hmm.
Oh, also they have their scimitars are as big as Azra.
Ah!
That's not huge, but it's pretty big.
It's still big enough that that's even more disconcerting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How big is Azra?
She's pretty short. I don't remember exactly what feet. I'll look it up in a minute.
4 foot something, I think. No, 5 foot something.
Yeah. Oh, I think she's like barely 5 feet.
Yeah, they have 2 scimitars each. These giant skeletons.
Oh,
Great.
God.
Super. Fantastic.
I love I'm almost a foot taller than Azra.
Most
I'm
people
actually
are.
trying to check now. I don't remember how tall Dag is.
I mean, you are an
I have to
elf.
pull
And,
her original character.
Yeah, I was
sheet.
gonna say I don't even have that anymore.
Yeah, Rein is
Whatever.
5'10".
Wow.
Yep.
there are random little bits of rock still stuck to parts of their rib cage and stuff.
Hmm.
Besides that, it's just giant skeletons with scimitars.
Okay.
I say just, but I mean, it's still like, oh fuck.
Okay.
Probably between
Well,
between Dag and Azra size scimitars.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna. There's really not an easy way to do this.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well.
Azra's only like 4 feet. That's not really that much bigger than a regular scimitar.
What was that?
A normal
Okay.
scimitar's up to 36 inches.
That's
Everything.
Yeah, so
Twice.
it's
Twice.
still it's
twice
as
of-
tall as we are. That's still
Yeah.
scary.
If they're giants, then their scimitar's probably twice of Azra.
yeah, that'd be
It's like if Azra stood on top of Azra's shoulders. That's how.
I was just saying, if they're like really big and they're 4 foot like Azra, they actually look probably kind of small for the giant skeleton.
He has cartoonishly small scimitars.
Okay.
And he's holding them with 2 fingers.
Okay,
and
they're
he's like,
they're
"Ah,
giant.
sir."
They're giant-sized scimitars. They're scimitars you'd expect a fire giant to have.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Sorry, just I had this image. I'm like, scimitar and swords are like 3 feet something.
How many of these bad guys are there?
Read.
Too many.
4?
Read.
If I'm already in water elemental form, what action is it to go back to Varth form?
I would
bonus
say
action.
bonus action. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an action for you to go into wall shape, but a bonus action to come out.
Okay. I'm gonna slosh on over there, turn into Varth, and then use primal savagery.
Cool. I don't know what that is, but it sounds badass.
Okay.
It's a cantrip.
As you're sloshing over, it's so big that you actually move through its range to attack.
That's fine.
So it goes to swing at you. We'll use your
Bring it.
your normal AC. I don't think your AC changes in your forms. Right?
Bring it.
26.
That hits by 6.
It brought it.
Okay. The scimitar slams down on you as you take 15 slashing damage.
Okay. I look unconcerned as when I turn back into Varth, it looks like I haven't really been hurt.
Nice.
That's true. I forget that.
Yep.
I didn't. When I turn into a water elemental, I have less hit points than Varth does, but it's a whole nother set of hit points.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
It's temp,
Wild shape, man.
Yeah.
temp HP. Druids are the best tanks.
Yep.
Well, actually, kind of.
Does a 26 hit him?
A 26? Let me check his no armor. Yes.
26. I can't even think like of like legendary godlike monsters having that. I'm
Varth
pretty sure
himself,
in Tiamat's is lower
and
than
as he
that.
casts the spell, his like normal fingernail length seem to lengthen to like claws, and he does 20 acid damage to the skeleton.
20. That
Yeah,
is
and it's
nice.
acid.
Whoa, man. Oh, wrong acid. Sorry.
Wrong acid.
All right. One of the bones will say like your acid burns through it on its leg,
Ew.
but it's still holding itself together quite well due to its necrotic
Due to its
unlifeliness.
huge size
Yeah.
in a narrow corridor of the maze, which his skeleton shouldn't really fit into.
Well, it's 30 foot wide.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I was picturing 5 foot wide corridor and this huge
No.
skeleton standing sideways, poking downward at us. And I'm
We
like,
would
why
be
does he have 2
so
swords?
dead.
Does that mean he just pokes on either side? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
we would be so dead.
So the corridor started as 5 feet, but when they emerged, it grew because it's magic.
Right. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Makes more sense.
Duh.
How much damage did you do? I didn't even hear it, Barth.
20.
20.
Nice.
20 acid.
So
I
that's
think the Baron is
that's a
up.
single attack. Yeah. Okay, so it's yeah,
Because
Baron.
the primal savagery, I think, is just 1 attack.
Yeah, it's probably an action.
Yeah.
It's Baron time.
So
Baron
it's
time.
3 skeletons.
Yep.
Okay.
One of them looks slightly melted.
Yep.
We'll go to the slightly melted one and swing a swing.
Since Baron's kind of undead, and he's dealt with a lot of undead things before, these look like they're just upscaled versions of normal skeletons. You think bludgeoning damage would be really useful against them? I like to think he's just a fourth wall breaker, and he literally just looks at the camera like, really, dude? Really? I don't have bludgeoning weapon. You jerk. You could though.
Oh god.
31 damage total.
To the one that was already hurt?
Yes. With a flaming longsword. I'm assuming they're immune to necrotic.
I don't know, they're skeletons.
You're not sure. If they
okay, are immune?
if they're like normal skeletons, like I said before, then they are not immune to necrotic damage in 5th edition. These things are
Then
weird.
that's an extra 10 damage.
Okay. I'll write that down.
Mm-hmm.
This thing's really beat up. It's almost like you guys are really high level, and this is a joke.
Am I a joke to you?
Well, I did break out a cantrip to attack him.
I mean, we're 16th level. Cantrips are pretty powerful.
True that.
Yeah. It doesn't have resistance or immunities to necrotic.
Oh, I can be useful. I thought it was immune. My spells.
Just like fondling the side of his computer screen that has the spell list.
Like 95% of my spells are necrotic.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a one-trick pony.
Dagger.
I messed up.
Okay, so this corridor is 30 feet. So would
30
you say
feet
that
wide.
all three? Yeah, would you say that all three skeletons are within a 20-foot cube?
2 of them are.
Or a sphere.
Okay, two works.
But the one that's being damaged currently has a lot of people around it too. You got to keep that in mind.
Yeah. The thing is, it can be anywhere within range, and they're much taller than us. So I would like to cast Fairy Fire on their noggins.
Oh yeah, wait, they're huge size. Yeah, you can hit all 3. So Dex saves DC 27,000, right?
Yeah, nailed it. 18.
Okay, none of them got. Well, wait. The highest was a 15. I was gonna say none of them got above a 6, but one rolled higher. They all failed.
They are very fired. Everybody managed to hit them now.
I'll say for the sake of convenience, everyone that was in melee was not within range of that cube.
Well, I also aimed it up so it would hit their heads and not my friends, considering they're significantly taller than all of us.
Cool. So they're fairy fired. Anything else in your turn?
No, I'm trying to save my shit.
Okay, Tess's turn.
Yeah, she's gonna stab him. She's gonna go after the one that's hurt already.
Okay, that one looks like it's one leg's missing. You know, most of the rib cage most of the rib cage is missing on it somehow.
That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
I don't have enough d6s for this bitch.
Let me check. It's not the dark matter skeletons that are covered in a metal like adamantium, so you're fine.
Okay.
I like those skeletons. They're cool. They blow themselves
Kevin,
up.
you're pouring your drink is so loud, I think.
I'm sorry, the can's broke, so it just gave me this little sliver to open it up. Because it got deformed in the box, so I'm trying to.
I like to think this is just you guys in character, just how much you don't care about this combat.
He's just pouring a wine glass off to the side.
There's just pouring himself some blood wine he made earlier. And we're like, Baron, that is incredibly loud. I'm sorry, the bottle, the cork didn't come all the way out. It's broken from top.
Wait, I like to think a vampire with a wine bottle.
Argument in the middle of the combat. That's how much we don't care about the skeleton.
I like to think a vampire with a wine bottle or a corked bottle would be able to just take one of their fangs and just take the cork out.
That is 32 damage.
Oh, that's all. Okay.
Yeah. And then it's almost done. How messed up does it look?
It looks really well. It looks bloodied in the term bloodied, not literally bloodied.
Okay, she's going to use her bonus action to try and disengage. Then she does not want to be right up close to these assholes.
Okay.
Take me with you.
Yeah, so.
And it would be...
It did this thing because it's deformed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Nice.
What can I do?
And then it's Chung's turn, the one with the super powerful bludgeoning weapon, maybe.
Indeed.
That deals extra damage to undead.
Yeah, huh, how about
And
that?
she has advantage. Yeah, she's going to go after the first one. She's not going to waste a rage yet. She is not afraid of these assholes.
Okay.
Yeah, come on. High level barbarian. She's going to be like, I'll save this for when I really need it. These things aren't worth my time.
They're only like 4 times my height. It's whatever.
Yeah.
That's a 24.
A 24 hits, yes.
So it deals 1d8 plus 2d6 because it is on undead.
Sorry, there's about to be like an airplane in the background because I had to turn my laptop fan on. Lappy was starting to get a little hot. I didn't want it to melt while you were on camera.
15 with the first strike.
Okay, it shatters. Falls apart.
Cool. And then she's going to turn with the backswing going after the second one.
The second one is 30 feet away on the opposite side.
Can she use her movement to get to it and then hit it?
Sure, yeah.
That was so close to a nat 20. That's a 30.
Yeah, that hits at the 17 AC they have.
Oh, that's way better damage this time. Okay, hang on, math.
Rein's just sitting in the back and just bone splinters shattering everywhere.
22 points of damage.
Okay, it takes 44 points of damage.
Ooh.
Damn.
As one of the legs just gets knocked clean off.
I don't know if this will happen or not. If after taking this damage, if the target has 25 hit points or less, they need a wisdom save or be frightened.
Oh, this one hadn't been touched before then, so it's
Okay,
still
so
above that.
okay. Just keep it in mind. Yeah, and that's her turn.
All right. I believe we're to the 3s now. Rein, it's your turn.
Out
of the 3 giant skeletons, one got blown to smithereens. Another one's missing a leg, and another one is completely unharmed.
Which one was standing over Azra and I?
The one that's completely destroyed.
Oh, good.
I targeted it first.
We'll say coincidentally, its head lands right next to you.
I just look sideways at it, look at Azra. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm going to target the next one closest that looks the most injured.
Okay, so the one Chung ran at.
Going to throw a ray of frost at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, a 14 to hit.
14, you go right between some of the rib cages.
Little rusty. All right, I'm gonna stay standing so that I'm between Azra and any giants.
All right. She protect, but she also attack. Sorry for bringing up all these memes tonight, folks. Azra, it is your turn.
Cool. Azra's gonna stay on the ground, but she's gonna just like roll away towards the wall and like hug the wall while prone. And then she's gonna finger guns, double cantrip, 2 firebolts. The first one. First one's a 17 on the die plus things. For the first one, take math.
I like
23 points of fire damage on the first one.
Ooh, okay.
And then the second one on the same target if it's still alive.
Yeah, it's
And that's a 19 on the die.
nice.
So that will hit. 18 points of fire damage on the second one.
All right. This doesn't make sense, but whatever. Its femur bone is on fire where you're shooting at it, and it's still on fire.
Nice.
Not-
I'm like, it shouldn't do that. Neat.
Not enough to do continual damage to it, but just showing that worked. So the second one is really beat up. It's still up, but it's pretty beat up. As we go to their turn.
Okay.
They're kind of mindless, so the one immediately attacks Chung with both of its giant scimitars.
Makes sense.
She just smiles and said, "Bring it."
26 to hit.
That's a hit, yeah.
21.
That's a hit.
And miss.
She should have been raging. I forgot that raging doesn't just give you bonuses to damage.
She takes 30 slashing damage.
Ow!
Oh.
As 2 of the 3 swings hit her. And she's the closest one, so the other one immediately stumbles over, that hasn't been hurt yet, and swings at her.
Shit. Oh shit. This was having regrets.
16 does not hit. I'm pretty sure.
Not.
A 24, I'm pretty sure hits. And a nat 2 definitely misses. So another 15 slashing damage.
Cool. This is fine.
And that is their turn. So it goes all the way back around to other NPC with the flame tongue, and she goes, yeah, and she goes across and, I'll protect you, Chung.
Insert fighting line here.
I'll protect you.
I will protect you, insert name.
I'll protect you, Chung. And as I say that, I jinx the NPC as they roll a nat 1.
He has
God
advantage
damn it.
because fairy fire.
Yep.
That's right.
fine.
Thank
I
you.
forgot about that.
Rolled another nat 1. No, I'm kidding.
It doesn't matter because you were prone, so you had disadvantage.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
I would have had advantage.
Yeah.
Oh no, Rein.
Oh shit, you would have.
Oh, your advantage is helping. She would have had 2 nat 1s in a row.
Oh,
Oh my
boy.
god. God damn it, Mezzy.
The bad luck is primed
Just-
today.
Okay, all 3 attacks hit, and another skeleton down. There's only 1 skeleton left. Completely unharmed, mind you. And that means it's Varth's turn.
Huh, what?
Yeah, exactly. There's
Oh.
1 left, completely unharmed, 30 feet away from you on the opposite side. On the opposite wall.
Okay. Is there a way that I can move over to it?
Yep.
Okay. I move over to it and I primal savagery.
Go ahead.
Also found in Zenithar's Guide to Everything.
Yay.
26 to hit again.
That definitely hits. Oh, in case you're wondering why I rolled nat 1s, it's because I'm using my Tomb of Annihilation dice.
Ooh.
Mm.
And believe it or not,
Cursed image.
20 acid damage again.
Nice.
How I managed to roll enough to add to the exact same number twice is beyond me. Anyway, that's what happens. That's my whole turn.
Oh, just in time. It is the Baron's turn.
He didn't hear you.
It is
Okay,
your
now he
turn.
did.
It's your turn, Kevin. It just turned your turn. There's 1 giant skeleton left, and Varth went over and did 20 acid damage to see. Use the primal savagery again.
17 hit?
Yep.
Ooh, them both hit? Yay! Make sure all my bonuses. $41 for 2 attacks.
Damn, okay. You're forgetting how strong hex blades are.
Yeah.
It's mainly the flame tongue. That and okay, yeah. So I do
Yeah.
have a thing or two.
Yeah. I was thinking there's a few innate things you don't need to use spell slots for, which are really nice bonuses.
Yeah.
Alright, after Baron, Dagger. This one looks about halfway there. You know, maybe it's living on a prayer, you're not sure.
I don't want to waste too many spells on this thing, but I also don't really want to.
Yay, cantrips.
You think if Chung has the same luck she had a few seconds ago on the other one, she could probably down it.
Yeah, fuck it. It needs a wisdom saving throw. I'm doing vicious mockery.
Okay, I forgot to read this last time, but for some reason, It has magical resistance, so it has advantage.
Ooh.
We had advantage, right?
It still definitely fails with a nat 4 and then a nat 6.
Oh, good. Cool. Great. Yeah. So he takes a 3d4. And his next attack is made at disadvantage.
Nice.
But what did you say to him?
I don't have any bone jokes listed right now, okay?
Oh, wait.
I got a bone to pick with you, mister.
I was gonna
that's it.
say that's the best one.
It is the superior joke, yes.
Hey, look. Don't fall apart on me.
That's a big ol' 5 damage. But his next attack is disadvantage, which is nice.
Okay. After Dagger is NPCs. Tessa's turn.
Yeah, she's gonna attempt to fuck it up. My boy, can you not?
He would rather.
Yeah.
He heard about giant bones and he got all excited.
That's a 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
Cool.
Oh,
Very.
remember, there are allies within 5 feet. And she has advantage.
And she has advantage, so she can sneak attack every round, basically. Oh, that's a lot of 6s. Terry, can you not, my boy? He's like, but I must work.
And I must scream.
He went into Bork overdrive.
31 points of damage.
Ooh, okay. It's still up. That was the first hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, and her second attack is not going to do anything to it. She's going to do the same thing and try and disengage and back off again.
Okay. And then
Try and let Chung finish this thing.
Chung's turn. She's within 10 feet.
Yeah.
It's right next to it.
Thank God for advantage. It's still bad. That's still only a 13, but it changed a 1 to a 2.
She accidentally throws the hammer, and you just see it go above the maze wall.
She has 2 attacks.
Yep. Oh, yeah, remember...
Okay, that's so much better.
Go ahead.
That's a 30 again.
Okay.
Oh god, oh, my tiny dice went everywhere. Oh, that's not super great. That's 14 points of damage.
I mean,
but
that's...
doubled, so 28.
Yeah, so... It dies, everyone does their victory animation.
Woo! Chun killed it.
3 giant skeletons appear. Okay, so yeah.
Okay, so giants can burst out of the sides of the walls and attack us. Great.
Yeah.
Happens.
Chung's just like, I'm fine.
Yeah. Do we want to have a sit down?
Last maze I was in, I was chased by demonic minotaurs. It was fun.
I mean, I think
That
we're
doesn't
kind of
sound
on a
fun, Barry.
clock.
Yeah, I don't know if we have time to sit.
Still minotaurs.
Harry, stop.
I also
How much damage did Chung take?
45. I think.
45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, she can handle it. She's
Yeah.
a big girl.
Can we have potions or something?
We do.
Yeah.
But you need to
We
save
should
those.
Hold off because she's
Saving them to death.
yeah, she's holding off because she's saving them for when we really need them, and also with the hope that we get a chance to rest after we get out of the maze.
Yeah.
I don't think we will, but let's hope that.
Yeah, and if not, then we have the potions.
Right.
I have a couple potions as well, so
Yeah, we have a bunch.
okay.
I mean,
She has a greater and a common, and Dag has like 4 common on her.
I have 3 greater.
Yeah, so if we need it, then Cool.
I also have 2 potions of resist necrotic from like 8 years ago.
You should
Wow.
probably hand one of those to somebody else. Both of the test, not the training treat that he's throwing to the dog.
You should hand it to someone else.
I did, yes, but not to you. Both Tess and Chung have one, and
Okay.
their intent was that they were going to drink it right before the fight with Shavalak.
Cool. Who else wants a potion? Get that good.
You notice the tag says expiration date. Haha.
Who do we think has the least amount of? Sorry. Who do we think has the least amount of? Well, the most amount of squishiness amongst us that could use some necrotic resistance.
Apart from me.
Well, I mean, I still think you should keep one, Azra.
Oh, I will. Yeah, okay, I'll give you the one to Dag.
Is Rein actually doing
I don't
that?
think I have one. Oh no, I have one too. So
I look over
no,
at
you
Rein.
give it to Rein.
Maybe
Okay, Rein
he
gets
should
it.
get it.
She's wearing.
Yeah.
She is wearing armor, if I recall.
Rain does wear armor. She has
She's a war mage.
she's wearing a like breastplate, and she like she has like leather, like her clothes like cover all the way down to her wrists up over her neck, and then her breastplate, and then she also has a shield.
Cool. So she's like the opposite of Azra, who's barely wearing clothes.
Yeah, no, Rain is definitely like in some cases when people first see Rain now, it's almost like she's mistaken for some kind of like fighter type
Yeah.
because she is armored as she is. Yeah, my AC is a nice solid 20.
Holy shit!
I have the scroll of protection against undead.
Oh, how long does that last? This stuff usually only lasts for like an hour.
Like 10 minutes.
That's useful, buddy. Thanks.
No,
Azra,
fine,
have you
nobody
cast
wants
mage
it.
armor today? You might want to do that.
No, but nobody's hit me yet. Right?
That's not the way it
She
works.
hates using spell slots, you guys. She hates it so much, but she'll do it.
Yet being the operative word.
All right. AC's
Oh,
15.
chicken
I
nuggets.
hope you're all happy.
I mean, I would cast it on you, but I didn't memorize it today.
It only lasts for 5 minutes, Baron. So we save that until the boss fight.
Yeah, mage armor we can only cast on self too.
I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, mage armor is.
Hang on.
It's like Shield of Faith and Bark Skin that you can cast on other people.
Touch
See,
one
between us, we have mage and rage armor.
Oh,
Mage
if it's
armor says touch one creature. It doesn't
Oh.
say self.
okay,
shit.
cool.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you for correcting me. So up ahead, you could keep moving straight, but you do also see it forks off to the left.
I am gonna do the thing, and I'm gonna pull out a shitload of rope and have everybody at least hold on to it. Don't know whether we want to tie ourselves together, but at least hold it.
We can
How
use
much
this
rope?
very knot that comes out very
I have
easily.
so much rope, Scotty.
No, seriously, how
Also,
much?
we should probably
how
check
much
in
rope?
on the aminals and see how they're going. Trying to flick my attention to Morty, see how he's doing.
He's fine in his demi-plane. He's snoozing, curled up in a ball.
No, that we were sending both of the animals off. They were going. Both Morty and Leo were going south, while we went north.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because we're stupid.
You don't.
Just as long as they don't get a mile apart from
I
each
got
other,
an
they can
idea.
still
They're
talk.
gone. You
Breaks,
don't sense
so
them
let's
at all.
Split the party.
No, we can't talk to them from a mile away.
Oh,
It's like 100 feet, but there's no limit to the distance that we can look through their eyes.
oh, right, okay.
So
Okay,
we
that's
can see where
okay.
they are and see if they're okay, and if they're not, then we can bamf them back, and we can bamf them back as long as we're on the same plane.
Look through their eyes.
They look very confused, and they're nowhere near you where you guys are at.
Yeah, they're just sort of walking until they see a thing. I imagine Leo's very just like, I don't like this. Just like sad, upset dog, but is also like, this is the smart thing to do, but I don't like it.
Yeah. Morty is full of kitty bravado, but is secretly like
Terrified.
like all cats.
Yes.
Bravado and secretly scared of everything that moves.
Exactly.
Yeah,
See,
like one
cats would
one
really.
little bone like just like falls out of the wall, and the cat just jumps 10 feet in the air.
It jumps on top of Morty and is like wings out like.
You actually see them encounter an abandoned encampment.
Oh, they are sniffing around like sniffy sniff for clues.
There appear to be some leftover bones, but it doesn't. You're not sure if this is from people from this camp or from people wandering by. And so Leo digs up through the ashy, black and dead, dry soil. A scroll case.
Ooh.
I don't know what that was.
Got me.
I believe
Keep the straw case.
I believe somebody was speaking Hill Giant.
I have 100
Dialect of giant, yes.
The lower like the lowest cast. So
The lowest cast of jam.
I have potentially 250 feet of rope.
Okay.
Currently, I have 50, but I have a robe of useful items, and if I use the patches, I have 250 feet of rope.
Also, the Baron has 50 feet of silk rope.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have...
Also, Azra has some.
Okay, from where you started, and then went north,
Well, the
to this
intention
left
wasn't...
turn is about 100 feet away.
Well, the intention wasn't that we would keep it from where we were. The intention was that we were holding onto it in a line as of the 8 of us PCs, so we didn't get separated when the maze changed.
We're like a class of kindergartners in the
Because I was afraid that the maze would fuck with our perception of reality, and as we were walking, we'd all split up because I'm paranoid.
This scroll case appears to be one of these black charred bones that's hollowed out. It has like a wax seal on both sides.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, but with the familiar would probably be like, ooh, it's made out of bone. Because it's a dog.
He is a dog, however, he's also a dog that's intelligent enough to know that he doesn't want to know where that
Since
bone's
you're-
been.
That 10 intelligence
Yeah.
enslaved an intelligent
I
creature.
didn't enslave him. He's my buddy. We're friends. We're
You bought him.
partners.
There's a position of
And he
power
could
over him. He can never be your.
This is not the time, Baron.
It says technically you share you share their senses, so you should be able to smell what they smell.
It tastes like stone.
Yeah.
Dagger.
So you would only taste or sense if it's Morty that licks the bone.
Technically speaking, Baron, by a wizard's standpoint, a familiar is not an enslaved creature, more a fraction of the soul of the spellcaster in a creature's form that is risen in intelligence because it's no longer a single soul.
Now, you see, that works with Morty, but
No, it
Dagger
actually doesn't.
bought enslaved.
Well, Morty's is a bit different, as we're pretty sure
Somebody
Morty's
else
is
was gonna
also
buy him.
Azra,
If I didn't,
Mordecai,
somebody else was
and
gonna
a
buy him,
cat.
and they wouldn't be able to talk to him like I can talk to him.
I think we should keep going.
Yeah.
It's
We're
hard to keep
talking
track
as
of
you
time
walk.
here because
Yeah.
it's hard to keep track of time here because I imagine the sunlight doesn't work the same way.
Right.
Dag is
Sunlight.
keeping track.
Sunlight?
Dag
There's-
is keeping
there's no
track
sunlight
of how
here.
much time has passed by what was the latest argument that the Baron got into an argument with.
The,
That's what the chalk marks say. It's like Baron argued about familiars. 10 minutes later, Baron argued about the ring.
Morty licked the scroll first to make sure it wasn't poisonous because Morty's a
Oh yeah, he
That's
has
right now.
poison sense.
yeah.
Wait, he what?
Yeah, he's
Also-
you can trust him.
Also,
he can sense
Oh,
poison.
shit.
also
Okay.
immune, completely
Yeah.
immune.
Oh, okay, because I'm like, how useful is that? It's like, yup, it's poisoned, and I am too now.
Everybody has poison sense in a way.
That's true.
Tressum are like they're like godlike if you want to get rid of like a rat plague or something.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
Oh
about it.
yeah. I eat all of them. The end.
Oh, we feed the
Nom
rats.
nom.
We feed
Yeah,
the
fuck
rats
your bubonic
poisoning.
plague.
We feed the rats food poisoning, rat poisoning. These flying cats are immune to it, so it's whatever.
It probably tastes bad though. Morty has standards. I
Eh.
don't know about old dress-ups, but
It just goes to him underneath like the sink, and he's like, it's a living.
it's a living.
And anyway, so do you guys move forward or do you move left? Or do you move back the way you came?
What was the thing you always said, Azra? Good adventurers go left?
Good adventurers go
guess.
right. The term was good adventurers go right. And the right lane would be the forward lane.
Yeah, we're going
We
straight
go.
then.
The correct right path. Wink, wink.
Azra just folds her arms and waits for everyone else to make a decision.
We're going forward.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys proceed forward. Oh, hey. Come across a stream of water.
Oh, hey, it's water.
Don't touch it.
Okay.
I look down at it. Is it actually water? We're in the shadow plane. I don't believe that that's such a thing.
Water's a negative.
As you
element.
move closer to the water,
No.
it's
No,
actually
it's not.
surprisingly deep. Maybe at least 20 feet, if not deeper.
Okay, so it's like cutting the maze in half? The pathway in half?
Yeah, you would have to cross it.
How wide
It's-
is it?
How does it interact with the wall?
We'll say it's 10
Yeah.
feet. We'll say it's 10 feet wide. It seems to go underneath the walls.
Weird.
Can we go underneath the walls if we go in the water?
The water is seemingly at least 20 feet deep or deeper.
Yeah, but
Also,
Rein
if
can't
you
do
wanted to
anything.
water right now.
If we wanted to walk across that, I could just turn into a water elemental and turn it into a bridge of ice. So it would cost me nothing.
It's 30 feet. You said?
20 feet wide. Like,
20 feet deep, at least.
oh.
Now, how
Maybe
far
10 feet.
across
It's maybe 10
would we
feet.
have to pass?
Maybe 10 feet. They don't say. I'm just going to
I
say
have
10
a-
feet.
We could jump that, or I have a ladder that we could
I
use.
search near the water for any fishing equipment or discarded bait.
That's smart.
Give me a perception, no, investigation check.
Can I assist him?
Yes.
All right, he can have advantage.
Does this look like regular water or like shadowy black goop that is flowing like liquid jello through the maze?
Ew.
Give me a nature check.
So I'm trying to deceive the water, right?
Nailed it.
That's only a 14.
Aw.
With a 14, you do notice that there is a bobber just barely on the edge of the shore, and it seems like the line goes into the water. Almost like whatever it was attached to is in the water now.
Uh-oh.
Maybe your friend was here, the fisher.
What do you see? Oh.
Bobber. Wait, like the
Nature
bobber,
check
or isn't there a
14.
fish called a bobber?
You think it's a
Sponge bobber?
a hollowed out wooden knot that would normally be in a tree that's used as a bobber.
Oh, that bobber. Because you created the sponge bobber, right?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna-
those are specifically sponge bobbers, but they're definitely not here. They are not here. They're wholesome and adorable. They would not be in the Shadowfell.
Yeah, 14 nature check. Is there something funny about this water?
Not that well, you could tell.
Tessa's
The
gonna
weirdest
draw
thing
a-
about the water is the fact that it seems to be flowing through there, but as you were looking closer, water seems like it should be going underneath the walls, but there's nowhere for it to enter or exit from. No cracks or anything. But it seems
I
to be
don't think
flowing.
we should go in this, to be honest.
Tessa's gonna use one of her crossbow bolts to try and like lift up the bobber and see if there's still a line attached to it and pull it out.
Okay.
But she's specifically not touching the water. She's using a
It's
crossbow
just not
bolt.
funny. Like she starts getting pulled in and goes through, and Zeb's on like a mirrored reverse.
I caught a big one. Oh, it's you.
And as I say that, Scott's like, "Damn."
You know, you're giving this adventure more credit than it actually has.
Burn.
Well, that's why I said Scott, not the adventure people.
Yeah. As she moves up to, it's inevitable with the crossbow bolt, it would have to touch the water.
Well, yeah, my thought was the crossbow bolt touches it, not her hand.
Just in case it's acid. The surprise acid.
Surprise acid. Surprise acid.
It's like out of a birthday cake.
Yeah.
Cake dissolves.
It's just like
Pocket sand. You know.
pocket sand.
I just love how slow my computer's being.
It's okay. We
It's
understand.
dealing with a lot right now.
Apparently.
It's like this adventure is not as good as the others. Just no.
Like, you tried to drown me in Kool-Aid earlier, and now friggin'...
Exactly.
Eating rice. Just put the whole computer in a big thing of rice.
Cover your apartment, rice.
I mean, I don't have that much rice, but it would be close. Yeah, Blake, I have one of
Like
those...
that kitty litter. Just put it in the kitty litter. Now, non-used kitty litter, obviously, but that's your to team.
Blake, I have one of those sacks of rice from Sam's Club like you do.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, close, but not that close.
It's a burlap. It's literally a burlap sack with a zipper on top, and it has a plastic bag of rice in it. It's the best ever.
It's only
I
20...
kept a couple of the bags so that if I D&D later and I say they're wearing burlap clothing, I can say their clothing looks like this.
We used to have a rice maker. Then we're like, we never make rice, and got rid of it. And then a year later, we've been having rice with every meal.
Yeah.
A rice maker, and I kept it despite the fact that I didn't use it for 3 years, and I now use it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your computer going yet?
Yeah, it is, but going through PDFs is a pain.
So, if your friend Zebediah is a hobgoblin now,
Mm-hmm.
He was born an elf, but then he died, and he came back as a...
Through the use of the reincarnate spell.
He came back as a hobgoblin, but he was also a clone, I think he mentioned?
Well, there was a clone of him in the tomb.
Was that a clone of him as an elf or a clone of him as a hobgoblin?
It was him as an elf, but he was really gross and leaky.
Yeah, I think we found that one in
Meanwhile,
the...
Kami. Oh yeah, I pushed that guy in the lava.
Yeah, we're not telling her that. We didn't mention
Too
that.
late. He just did.
No, that was Kami. Baron doesn't know that shit.
Oh, okay.
It was like,
Baron doesn't know shit about it.
why does he have a beard in every form?
I don't know.
Because he's an old
I
man.
think he said it was wild magic.
He...
I mean, you're the
Wild
magic
being
expert.
magic.
I can't pull it up right now. I don't remember the guy's specific name, but he said a apprentice mage back in his younger days was trying out alchemy, and he foolishly drank one of his healing potions, and it gave him a beard, and he could never remove it no matter what. And the young apprentice's mage name, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's the first Open Lord of Waterdeep.
Paragon?
Oh.
No.
Back when Zebediah was only
Agron?
70. Yeah, Agron.
Arian?
Yeah.
Some...
Back when Zebediah was a young man at 70.
Yeah, Dag just
young
thought it was
elf.
because he was an old grandpa elf.
Yeah, he's over 600 years old, so he's like second
Yeah.
edition.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
elves live to be about 750 at their oldest, so
And-
unless they're Tolkien elves, then they never die because they're immortal.
Yeah, not in Forgotten Realms.
Essentially, yeah.
Anyway, so finally, buffering ends, and she's just ridiculously slowly using the crossbow bolt for some reason to get rid of the spobber.
Like this is gonna end poorly. I know it. I
When
know it, but I'm
the-
doing it anyway.
When the water immediately lashes out and slams against her. What's her AC?
300.
Not high enough. 17.
17? Oh, then an 18 hits as she takes 13 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, can she use uncanny dodge?
Yeah.
She's gonna do that, and it turns it into what? 6 damage.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh God, the water slapped me.
And we're initiatives.
Oh boy.
Whoa!
Does this look like a water elemental?
Oh shit. Is this another water weird?
That's weird.
That shit
Oh.
hurt.
Bad memories.
That was
I
right
agree.
before things went terribly for
Yeah,
us.
well, I mean,
Yes,
that
it
was
was.
pretty terrible, though.
Yeah.
I don't think I was there.
No, that was coming.
No, I don't. Was Common?
hmm
Yeah,
He was.
that was in the Shore
We
of
took him
Dreams.
with us to Shore of Dreams,
That
yeah.
was right. That was right before we went to the elemental plane of water. And,
Yeah, you're using the 10-foot
Hydra
pole.
sent us to
All that.
I just remember beating up the Triton and eating it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. We all remember Kame doing that.
Guess what initiative Azra got? It's a 5.
Meanwhile, a Pleatle-like Triton in the back, somewhere else in another plane, just shivers nervously for some reason.
I'm so sorry, Azra, that you keep rolling terribly. Dagger goes at a 24. I rolled a nat 20.
Rain got a
My
6.
God.
Ooh, I got a
Varth
6.
got an 8. It's great.
I got a 6 with a dex of +2.
That's
Yeah.
what I got.
So did I. But Baron can
Two.
go before Rain.
Oh my God.
I also got 8 with a roll of 6 with a dex of +2.
Oh Lord.
Oh, we got 6.
Yeah, they got a 6. You got an 8.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh,
So,
4 plus
so when
yeah,
does Mezzy go?
Mezzy almost got a nat 20 again, so she's at 23.
Of course.
23.
Yep.
Our,
What did Azra get?
5.
Okay.
So can I do an Arcana check to see what the fuck just smacked my sister, please?
Sure.
Okay. Do I want to waste a bardic inspiration?
Probably not.
No, that's only a 16.
That definitely passes. It's definitely a water elemental of some kind.
Okay. I mean,
You are first still.
yeah. It seems so dumb and like it shouldn't work, but I'm gonna
worst-
cast Fairy Fire on the water.
The worst part of it is it's a water elemental in the water. It is technically invisible at the moment.
Oh shit.
Does it require you to be able to see the target with fairy fire?
No, it's a range. It's an area of effect.
Okay. It fails.
Sweet. It is glowing like a Christmas tree.
It's visible now.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you do? Jump in the water?
No,
Have a nice
not
one.
that one. No. Mm-mm.
I can breathe water, so sure.
We all can breathe water right now.
Yep.
I can breathe water all the time.
So can
Yeah.
I technically, as long as I do it every day?
Yeah, no, Dag's just gonna back away from the water.
How far away? Do you get like close to the wall? Or-
No, like just right back, center of the hallway.
Oh, so you're on the ground.
I know
know,
we
I-
can't fly, but can we hover?
I'm messing with you. You're fine. Okay, so you move back.
Yeah,
Azra's hovering always.
yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. I think our NPC, Mary Sue Mezzy, it's her turn. She runs up to the glowing water.
And attacks it with a flaming long sword.
How dare you smack my ally? In the name of Utao, I shall destroy you with fire.
You
So
smack
where'd
me,
you-
I smack you back.
Where'd you find this one again?
You found
Oh,
us.
she found us. She's from the past, and Mesro.
Okay.
After she says from the past, you just hear in the sky, you're not sure from where, a whatcha.
Samurai Jack, she is not.
Yeah, I know.
He had way more character than she does.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he has character, and she was just a cardboard cutout Mary Sue.
The
I think
weirdest,
she had 2 dialogues the entire campaign so far, and all of them were about her memory.
weirdest thing,
I don't remember that.
Neither did she, until I fixed it.
they do not have resistance or immunity to fire.
That's hilarious.
Good to know.
Yes.
I mean, their water elemental spires their opposite. That would be silly if they did.
Well, no, you would.
It's not
think it
like
would make
water
sense.
douses
When was the
fire
last time
or
you
anything.
tried to set water on fire?
It's called steam.
I mean, but we're talking elementally speaking.
In fact,
Yeah,
It's Pokemon rules. It's okay.
right. Yeah,
But-
Indians operate on the principle of setting water on fire.
Right.
But if you attempt fire damage while underwater, it's halved.
That's
That's
but it's
actual
steam.
rule.
It's technically steam, but yeah.
Anyway,
But anyway,
so she swings and only one of her attacks hits it. The glowing makes it visible, but it's not advantage. So it's just normal roll to hit.
That's not-
oh, okay, because it's still hidden. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it takes some damage. And then after her, I think we go way down the list. I think Tess, yeah. Tess is next.
Yeah.
She got,
Okay.
she got smacked.
She's gonna attempt to stab the water.
Okay.
Take
Just
that,
the
water.
image of a lot of warriors at the back, like stabbing the water.
Take that, water.
That's a 22 to hit.
Let's see. She's attacking the stream right in front of her. Yes, it hits.
Yes. Does it count as if Mezzy is engaged?
Yes.
So she can sneak attack the water.
Don't you love weird mechanics?
I hit him in the sweet spot.
Nailed it.
You pour some sugar in one spot of the water and you stab there and you're like, ha!
Uh-huh.
In the sweet spot.
Mhm. Okay. It would.
We'll say now that it's glowing, it looks like some abstract octopus-like slime-like creature while it's in the water.
28 points of damage.
Okay, this weapon is not magical, is it?
It is. This is the magical wakizashi.
Okay, I just wanted to
Oh,
confirm
does it
it was.
float to the top of its head?
Yes!
Just like stab. Oh, thanks. It's self-inserting. And then
Self-extracting.
and then she's going to disengage and give somebody else the option to get in there and stab it.
Alright, Chung's next.
Yeah. Strong is going to get in there and try and hit the
Here's
water
somebody
with
else.
that warhammer.
Yeah.
Kersplash! Go ahead.
Is the water undead?
I mean, in
Is
Shadowfell,
it a
if it was
feat?
another edition, it probably would be. What? No, it's not.
That's a 19 to hit.
Okay, you hit the water.
Sploosh.
Ew. Oh, that's actually pretty decent damage. That's hang on, math. Yeah, 13 points of damage with the first strike.
Nice.
And the second strike is a hit as well. That's like a 27 to hit. And boom! For the same, 13 points of damage.
Okay. Being elemental and it's all weird, you're not sure
If it's
if it's
hurting,
hurting or not.
It's a weird elemental. Right.
Hey.
Okay, it's not a weird elemental, because if it was a weird elemental, then it'd be a water weird.
Yeah, if it was a weird elemental, we'd be a lot more fucked up right now.
Confusing things aside, let's see who's next. I believe Baron's next. No, Varth. Varth is next.
Trying to find that spell.
Yeah.
Varth, you don't even need to roll for this. Water elementals, you know they're susceptible to being frozen.
I was frozen today.
They do have an AoE attack, and they do like to just drown things by just being in their same square.
I know. I have that same attack.
Yep.
Thank God we all breathe water today.
Mm.
Yeah. Yay for remembering that spell. Oh. Huh.
Okay, Onion Knight.
I was wondering if anyone would get it. All right. I don't remember where I found this cantrip at, so I'm not going to use it.
What is it?
Cold snap,
That must have been the Elementsters thing.
Yeah, probably.
or no, frostbite. I'm sorry, I read it wrong.
Oh, Frostbite's from
Frostbite
Sand
is-
Farm.
Frostbite. That's PH.
Xanathar's Guide.
Was Xanathar?
I think so, yeah.
Daggone it! I
I
only
can
had
find
that
it for you, though.
PDF spell. Boop boop. There it is. I got it. D6 per. Oh, it's 3d6 now. I got to change that on my character sheet. Okay. He needs to make a save. Yeah, Constitution save.
Okay. Of course he got a nat 20, so 24.
Okay, nothing happens.
Oh,
All right.
bummer.
Now it's Baron's turn.
Okay. Flaming sword. A swinger, swinger. No, that does not hit because I rolled a 1.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Well, you're gonna have to roll me a d100, good
Oh,
sir.
the D100.
Oh
The other
God.
one missed, but that one was with a 2.
For those
Oh
of you
my
that do not,
God.
for those of you that do not know, when we have crit fails or crit successes, we roll off of those charts in same
Available
lost
now
notes.
with the DM's Guild.
Available now in the
Because
DM's
we're
Guild.
foolish and want to suffer.
It's fun.
Yes.
Normally I oppose.
If you summon a fire mephit, I'm gonna laugh.
That would be
Yeah.
hilarious.
It's only 59.
39?
59.
59.
Yeah.
You move back 5 feet, fall prone.
I'm just glad it wasn't forward 5 feet
Shit, water!
and into the water.
I swear this has never happened before.
We'll just pretend there was like a random pelvis bone sticking out of the ground. You just like bumped into it and fell over. I don't know.
Oh, my hip!
I mean, their hip. I forgot the elemental goes before you, so I'll just have it go now.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
No, it needs to go before me. I'm prone.
Well, you're not the closest, so it goes after Tess.
No,
And Chung.
Tess disengaged. Chung is right there.
Okay,
Chung.
goes after
Yeah, nobody
Chung,
cares about Chung. except
and-
half the
Yeah.
party.
and goes after Chung.
She is our beefy meat shield.
Okay.
We care about her because if she dies, we're fucked.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, we love her, but yeah, also that.
That too.
Does a 10 hit? No, it doesn't. Spoilers. 14 also would miss. So it's watery tendrils come out of the water and it swings at her. Does not get through her tin can adamantium armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Then Baron goes and he's prone, and then it's Rein's turn.
Okay. So Rein is going to go with her Ray of Frost attack. And it's glowing, so I have advantage this time, right?
Now that it's
No, because because it's out of the water now.
now it's out of the water attacking. Yes.
Yes. All right, that's what I hoped for. All right, here we go. So Ray of Frost, boom. I rolled double 12s, but that total goes to a 21.
Definitely hits.
Yes.
All right. 3d8 of cold damage. Oh, that's a total of 20 points of cold damage.
Nice.
And its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
You know what's really hilarious about that?
What?
It's dead.
Its speed is also reduced by an additional 20 because
Oh!
it's a water elemental.
Yes.
Oh, every time it takes cold damage.
Uh-huh.
So it freezes in place. Though its movement is 0, it doesn't mean you get advantage from fairy fire, but it's not incapacitated per se.
Yeah.
So the lower portion of it freezes up and it can't move the bottom part of it.
Mhm.
Rein's like, that worked better than I expected. Where's Azra in comparison to me?
Probably like just behind you.
Okay, I keep myself and my shield between Azra and the threat.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I was just like, this is weird, but okay.
That's literally
able to make
every
bad
day of
decisions.
your life.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, by the way, I think we forgot to mention the shield golem that's also doing the same thing on Azra's other side.
Correct. I was sitting on his shoulders last time, so I might be up there.
Rain notices it for the first time. Is like, where'd he come from?
He
It's
usually
almost like
stays
we're
in that.
family.
He's very
Strong-
quiet.
Strong silent type. Okay.
He, just like those NPCs in that building, goes,
Only he actually is incapable of speak, so it's a little more purposeful.
That's normal for him.
Yeah.
it is Azra's turn.
Alrighty, she's gonna finger guns because terrified of using all of her spell slots.
As you choose finger guns, the shield guardian's just like, kill mode activated. And it just turns to the dual machine
He like
guns.
cocks his arm.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
I like the idea if Azra's hiding behind him. I like the idea of his arms being kind of on his hips and her two hands going through.
He does that because that's hilarious.
Yeah.
First is a 20 to hit.
That hits. Remember, you have advantage.
Oh,
yeah.
shit, good point. It's oh my god, second roll was 20.
Woo! Roll D100. I will
Oh.
still laugh if it's a fire
That was
benefit.
so many things. That's a 20 on the
20.
D100.
Summon a
Okay.
fire elemental.
Okay, I'll tell you what happens after you do damage.
Okay. 20 plus.
Because you may or may not kill it. I just want to make sure.
37 points of damage.
Woo!
Ooh, tasty.
Isn't that only with the first
You-
one?
Yeah.
That was the first shot?
Yep.
Firebolt, right?
Yes.
Okay, your firebolt melts the ice, so it can move again, but your crit pushes it back into the water.
Ooh.
Oh shit! It's harder to hit.
Damn it.
And it's,
Can I still see the target it for the second one?
yeah, you just don't have advantage this time. As you
Okay,
pushed it into the
That's
water.
fine. Okay, 21 to hit for the second.
Okay,
Nice.
it has 5 HP, so it's dead.
Ripperoni!
Don't do 4 HP of damage.
Yeah, it's more than 5. I just can't add up. 15, 16. 21 points of fire damage.
Yeah, it's it evaporates into steam.
Nice. Hey, where you going?
And besides
I
that,
give Rain a high five. Cantrip bros.
Yeah.
you guys do the wizard mage hand high five?
Yes. Mine is
Yeah.
mine is probably like icy blue, and Azra's is probably like fiery red. And it's like,
Yes.
I create a chill touch skeletal hand. Huh? Huh?
You weren't invited.
yeah,
The shield guardian just goes up to the skeletal hand and just
nice.
Minor illusion, the little tiny hand, but it's an illusion, so it doesn't actually feel like anything because I don't have mage hand. It just looks like a tiny version of my Big B's hand.
Oh.
alright. So as you cross this stream,
How big was the stream? Can we
it
like
was only
safely hop
it was
over
10
it or?
it's 10 foot across, you could hop over it.
Oh, okay.
With wait, what's all your strength scores?
9.
Mine's an 8.
Varth turns into a water elemental and makes a bridge of the water so that everyone can safely walk across.
Okay.
Oh, I was afraid to go in the
'Cause
water, but
you,
okay.
you need at
I
least
make a bridge that looks like it's made out of ice from the water, right as from my elemental form, like it's nothing.
So we're walking over Varth.
He literally lets us walk all over him.
Yep.
Oh, I try to do it quickly.
Yeah.
Rain walks and like stops and is like, like inspecting, and she goes,
You're
"So
standing
far,
on top of him.
Yes.
I like to think his face just appears on the floor below you and just like, here I am.
Ooh,
The ultimate
Interesting.
upskirt.
I would say this is awkward, but I'm made out of water, so it doesn't get any more awkward, honestly.
fair enough. I'll keep walking. Get to the other side.
As you guys cross, and travel maybe another 100 feet, you find you can continue going straight, or a left turn.
Oh boy.
Straight. This time I'm gonna put my arm on my hand on Azra's shoulder, and I'm gonna check in on Leo.
Yes.
Do we see anything other than walls?
No. Well, that
Just walls.
way that turns left. Yeah.
Got it.
There's no kind of hints or anything that give us any clue if we're going the right way.
Nope.
And all divination magic has been blocked here. Remember they said that. So we can't divine where the right path is.
I was very tempted to Legend Lore of the Maze until I heard that. I can't hear you. Never mind. I'm in Leo's
Yeah.
brain right now.
They're the same as you guys. They're just traveling through a random hallway,
Okay.
30-foot wide hallway. He's carrying
Yeah,
a
I
scroll.
just watch him for a couple of minutes and.
He's carrying a scroll in his mouth, just trotting along.
No. Oh, good boy.
The Trism is kind of like circling around him because you can fly, just not to a certain height. So just
Yeah. Morty's keeping lookout.
How far up can you fly?
10 feet.
30 feet, I think.
30 feet. 30
Oh.
feet. That's what it was. So, yeah.
Do we want to
Yeah.
keep going straight? Do we think that that's, I mean,
Huh? Straight.
I mean, maybe one of us could like fly up ever so slightly to see if we can get an angle where the tower is. So we
I think the maze
I'll
is smart
try.
enough to
I'm
I
still
mean,
got my
worst
boots
that
on.
happens is gonna smack you down.
Okay, I'll do
How
it.
many
'cause
times
I-
are trying to fly
It kind
over
of
the wall?
it kind of forces you down. You can't get a look on it.
Oh, it's like the game Anthem. If you fly too high, it just the air starts to push and you get
Yeah.
There's
brushed.
just an invisible
yeah.
wall that you can't go over the wall.
Right.
the world says no.
The wall says no.
Can we actually? That's a good question though. Do we have any line of sight to the tower while in the maze?
Just the maze.
Wow.
This fucking sucks.
You know, we may never get out of here.
We'll
We
get
can
out.
get out of
No.
here. Do we want to leave?
As soon as we think like that, the base wins.
We can leave.
The
No,
problem
not
is-
right now.
Sorry, there's
Not
always
yet,
there's
but
always
okay.
3 options. Do you go straight, do you go left, or do you go back the way you came? There's always that option.
We're going straight.
Well, given that the maze changes, going back the way we came doesn't necessarily mean going back the way we actually came, and more
but
going
it
the
may
way
be-
the
but
maze.
it may be the correct way to go
That's the thing.
at some point.
We don't know. Technically, with the ever-changing maze, everyone but me is going to be dead in a couple years.
Give me a
Because
religion check.
There is no way for us to get to the
Religion.
center if the creature in the center who controls it doesn't want us to get there.
I'm gonna give
Right.
Varth inspiration.
Religion check.
Yep.
I'll try it.
Because
I
he's
got a
best at that.
13.
And out of game
What's
commentary.
what's your inspiration?
They just suck.
D12.
Azra gets a 19, which is unlike her.
Nuts.
21.
Nice. What did the Baron get?
Oh, what are we rolling?
Religion.
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 I got a 16.
18.
You know that Chivalak is probably the biggest fraction of in Shaodao, the shadow of Ubtao. And Ubtao's religion is you travel the maze and try to find your way in life. Since he despises Ubtao and everything he's about, maybe the maze is the opposite for him.
Okay, everybody, kill yourself.
AK Ubtao has rhyme and reason for his mazes. This one might not have any real rhyme or reason. Thus the ever-shifting maze. Rein, you
Just
remember
keep going.
the guides that you had when you were in the Shade Walk. Those mazes you could actually figure out. You know, they didn't change. In fact, each one you came into, it was just slightly a little more complex each time, almost like it was advancing as much as you were. It was a maze of your life almost.
My maze was huge.
Yeah, it would be.
Uh,
It would be. Because you're really old.
Old as balls.
I say we keep going straight. This maze doesn't have any logic to it. Like
Yeah.
Ubtao's mage would probably have a logic to it and would have some sort of light choice to make us make the right choice along the way. Being that he is the opposite of Ubtao, this would logically have no logic to it. Therefore, if we keep taking an illogical path, we might get to the center.
But if it's the illogical path, then it becomes a logical path because we thought of the logic.
Oh,
We'll
also,
just keep going.
Oh,
I
I know. I know how to solve it. It is a illogical maze. Ladies, you lead.
I will stab you.
I think Rein slaps him.
Yeah, do it.
Baron is immune to crits, everybody. So
You crit. Suddenly, a fire demon shows up. I am the slap demon. No, anyway, so
The Wap Goblin.
yeah, that's what would be summoned. It would be the whack goblin. Who needs a weapon? Yeah.
Who needs a weapon?
So
That's
you guys
why
go.
the Baron-
So the consensus I got was you guys are going straight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
If it serves no rhyme or reason, then that's the path we're taking.
In a maze, the logical thing is you put your hand on one wall and eventually lead to the center. Therefore, the most illogical thing is just to keep going randomly until we're lost.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already lost.
Yeah, me too. Azra has zero spatial reasoning. She has no idea what we are.
We've gone in a straight line for 200 feet. Where are we?
You laugh, but that's me in real life.
I know a few people that way. Looks at Scott.
Yeah.
No.
They know. They know.
We went
Scott
to,
goes straight down the road. It's on the left. Scott. It says now entering Kansas.
Nope, we went to PAX Unplugged. Neither Scott nor Katrina could ever find the car. I was the only one who could find it. We were walking, and I was like starting to walk this way to go in
It
the
also
elevator,
looked
and they
like
just kept
okay.
going forward.
It also like took us 20 minutes to find each other outside the building. We were like, go out the main door we walked in. And somehow he didn't do that. I don't know what the fuck door he came out of.
There were like 4 different entrances you could come in, so whatever. So
We all have.
I get like
throwing
a
the DM
I
on
get
the
we all
I get
have our-
disadvantage. I get disadvantage and a -10 to my survival checks on figuring out what
He
strength
does.
is.
He does.
Hey, at least you got some skills. Like you can draw pretty good. So
Yeah.
As you guys
I
proceed
can navigate.
forward,
No.
strange sigils and markings line the walls.
Arcana check.
Yeah.
Yes,
Religion.
please.
Before
Religion check.
you can do your checks,
Oh.
you notice floating through the halls appears to be wisps of cloth that seem to be of a darkened gray color, and they seem to form a vaguely humanoid form, but with no legs, and it's just floating through the hallway.
Mental.
Oh, I know what
Fucking
those
demented.
was. I know what those are out of character.
You hear
Oh, fuck it.
slight
Fuck it.
whispers coming from it.
No boy.
Religion. Religion check. What in the name of Hades is that?
Okay, roll your religion now. And
I rolled a 19. 25.
okay,
But-
let me go to
16.
it so you get the exact interpretation.
Just tell me, does his name begin with an A?
Yes, but they are quite different from the older editions, so I need to clarify that with you.
What book is it in?
Mordecainen's.
Oh no.
Okay,
Okay,
so
I know what it is.
you know it's an ellip.
No.
These undead
Everyone
creatures,
is upset except me because I have no idea what.
these undead creatures are people who are trying to uncover powerful secrets, and most of them gave them a curse.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, not the other one. I like the other
yeah.
one, but yeah. So that's floating around, and then Rein was gonna do an Arcana check on this.
Yeah,
walls.
Rain got a 28.
You don't really know Chultan very well, but some of these symbols you think are Chultan.
Okay.
Oh shit! Can I read that stuff?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh boy.
Also,
Come on, Dagger.
how much of it do you investigate? Are you investigating the whole hallway? Because it's like the whole hallway.
I mean,
And this thing's
I
just.
don't want to walk into the wispy things quite yet.
It actually
Go with first.
it starts floating towards you guys, but doesn't seem to be looking right at you. As it's facing you, you notice it does have a vaguely humanoid face. Seems to be staring off into nothingness and just muttering to itself.
Do I really want to pass this check? Mr. Bardic Inspiration on it.
I mean, up to you. Would the question is, would Dagger want to know?
Yeah, she would.
I know it sucks.
Kevin, can I steal your D12?
Well, I mean, you could either turn into this, or you could turn into a one-eyed Nothic. I mean, one or the other.
Oh, great. Super. Fantastic. That's a 14.
A 14
I
What-
rolled really shitty on my inspiration dice.
on the investigation, or
Yeah.
are you trying to listen in on this thing, or
No, I was doing the
No,
investigation.
don't
to try and
listen.
see what the Cholton says. Oh, sorry, Kevin. I missed your dice tray.
the letters
You
you?
could have handed me the
I'm
dice.
sorry.
Okay, here's the trade-off. The 14 just makes the check, but you would have to travel through its area where you'll obviously know where you're at for you to fully decipher this.
I mean, we have to do it anyway.
Oh, we don't.
It's slowly floating. It's maybe moving at quarter speed, and it's just going back and forth in the hallway.
Hey, Rain, you can turn invisible with that ring I gave you, by the way.
It's
I'm
an
gonna do it.
It's
So you know.
it's within 10 feet of you guys now, so it's moving
Wait.
towards you guys.
it's an ally.
Okay.
It's an undead creature of pure
Fuck it. I'm
madness.
doing it.
It's now within 5 feet of you guys.
I turned to invisible.
Fuck it.
As it approaches you guys, it flies right past you, seeming to completely ignore all of you.
Don't engage it. It's maddening.
I'm reading what the stuff says.
I'm going to
Doesn't
Misty
make
step
any
right to the
sense.
other end of the corridor if I can.
We need to get out of here as fast as possible.
It doesn't seem to
These-
even acknowledge Varth talking.
These things are difficult to kill. They're immune to cold, necrotic, and poison, and they're literally resistant to every other type of damage.
Yeah, I Misty Step to the other end of the hallway.
Okay. Dagger, it takes you a few minutes to fully check out both walls. It's like 50 foot long, both walls, as you're deciphering this. There are random little Cholton letters intermingled within these arcane sigils. Now I'm getting that confused. If you read, or fully translated to, unchain the stones, cripple the shadow. This thing flies past you again as it's looping back around, completely ignoring you, Dagger. You're not sure if it knows you're there or not, even with you being invisible.
I mean, I'm not invisible, but
Well, I think Rein turned you
I
invisible.
did.
Rain
turn-
is invisible. Yeah.
No, I turned Dagger invisible.
Oh,
What'd you do?
I'm gonna continue to read some more.
That's all of it.
Oh, okay.
Varth is still in water
Okay.
elemental form, so he turns into a puddle and slorks across the corridor ever
Okay.
so slowly, like water pouring down across the floor.
Okay. It doesn't even flinch.
Question: that big ass black stone monolith, that was on the other side of the maze?
It's in the middle.
No, the monolith was in the village. That was that conduit with a flame in the middle of it.
Okay.
But there is also a big tower in the middle of the maze that you could just barely see when you were on the very edges of the outside of the maze at the village.
So this thing says to unchain the stones, cripple the shadow. So I presume there are going to be some kind of enchanted stones that
As
we
you
have to
say
break
that
will.
out loud, you hear from it, all of you, say, yes. And it continues babbling.
I'm gonna keep walking.
Doesn't even look at you guys, doesn't acknowledge you guys. That might have been purely coincidental.
I'm going to casually stroll down the hall to go to where Azra is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It phases straight through you like it's a ghost.
Yeah.
And you face straight through it because you're.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You don't feel anything besides being disturbed that something just went straight through you like that.
Oh, I'm having a ghost dad moment when the bus goes through.
Baron just like, why is that look so scared?
Baron, suck a dick.
Baron walks by and it's like, oh hey, sup, homeboy. Have like a secret handshake. You know?
They high five. They exchange high fives, and it just keeps going.
Yeah, no, it actually just ignores him and just stares off and
Been a while.
whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
Whoa, what was that?
It's
me.
immediately angered by the arcane tablet. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Toll the dead.
Oh shit! My alarm's going off.
bing.
you're right.
All right, so yeah.
As soon as we are out of sight of the wispy things,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look to Azra and be like, "You want to check in on Morty?"
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'll put my hand on your shoulder and.
So
Go.
from out of nowhere, Dagger says that to you because Dagger's still invisible because I have not dropped the spell.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
I lose my shit
Invisible
first.
so long.
Azra, I lose my shit first, and then I do that.
Yeah.
As you guys,
Everybody, we lost Dagger. Even though this rope is going straight to the invisibleness that.
There's a part where her hand is the rope passes through her hand.
Yeah.
It looks like it's not there. Wait,
Mhm.
what?
I just wiggle the rope.
as you guys focus
Give
on
Baron a wet willy.
your
Oh my god, that would be awesome. All of Dagger's, oh my god, I have a chance to do this. I'm never gonna get a chance.
So you can't control them because they're not within 100 feet. You can only sense them, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
You're playing
All right.
poker.
Yep. We can just
You-
creepily watch.
Wow, that was some feedback.
That was a loud mouse.
Yeah.
I'm putting my phone on mute now. Goodbye.
The You see them appear in a hallway, and there seem to be a bunch of light beams that are shooting around everywhere. They seem to be reflecting off of random spots. And Leo looks nervously over at Morty, and Morty looks reluctantly at these beams, goes to sniff it, immediately winces back. Azra, you immediately smell burning as a little bit of his nose gets singed.
Oh no!
And both of them,
Poor little snoot.
both of them are just looking around, and the blink dog goes as it speaks in blink dog, and then the cat's just like shrugging because it doesn't know blink dog.
Hang on. Those are Tresemme Sylvan.
Yes, I think.
They can talk
That's a
to
good
each
question.
other.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay, so
Pikachu.
that was a really good Pikachu.
That was
The,
awesome, Maddie.
The
Okay,
I had one skill in life.
I
You're
lied.
welcome.
I did lie. The blink dog can
Your
understand it. He
Pokemon
can't
is
speak it.
spot on.
okay, Morty's like, yeah, screw this, and turns around, and he
Valid consent.
and
but-
Lehman just whines and just turns around and follows.
It's just like, I could blink, but I also don't want to be alone. But I could
Aw.
blink, but I don't want to leave
He
the
could
cat
blink.
alone.
Meanwhile,
He-
the other blink dog. Bitch!
He blinked, but he
The
also
whole time!
blinked.
No,
The
you
other
taught
blink
that
dog
dog.
was chilling with Kame.
You taught that dog calculus. It's sitting there with an abacus going.
It's like,
it's probably
fuck
in the
this.
library with the dragon.
He's like, fuck randomness. There is a set number of calculations, and I'm gonna find the right one.
Every time you try and give it instructions, it looks at its abacus and looks back at you and goes, "No."
Smarter than you. Smarter than you.
I mean, probably.
It can blink, but it can also blink. But also, it can blink.
It can blink.
And then goes back to you guys, and you guys proceed forward.
Yeah.
Proceed forward. You
Sorry. Preemptive screen.
understandable.
Azra's rubbing off on you.
You guys don't encounter anything for quite a while. There's no turns or anything. It's just a straight, relatively straight, because
That
this
makes
is one of
me
those
even
circular.
more suspicious.
This is one
Do
of those
the
circular.
animals catch back up with us?
Nope.
Yeah. Every like maybe 15 minutes or so, we stop and check in on them.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're like testing all of the corridors that they're around too.
After
Yeah.
after
Keep track of
about
time. The Baron were seeing a nice opera that lasted
Oh,
for 15
God.
minutes.
99
God.
bottles of beer on the wall.
It's being a nice opera. 99 bottles.
after I need to get another book. Give me a second. After
Baron,
about
that's not
10
an
minutes
opera.
of walking,
10 minutes of walking.
all of you need to give me wisdom saving throws.
Oh,
12 on my performance for my opera.
no.
It
What kind of
fails.
saving throw
Wait a
was that, Scott?
It is not a memorable performance.
This is a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So I slept in a domain of dread, but I didn't cast dispel magic to get rid of the extra trait that I have. So am I still dealing with that?
Oops.
Yes.
Cool. Great.
Is
Yeah.
this against being charmed?
No.
Just asking because I have advantage.
But Dagger is pretty sure she's gonna die in here.
17 from Azra.
Oh fuck. Well,
This was a will save, right?
Yeah.
No, it's a wisdom save.
It's okay, Jeanette. This is not a PG channel. But not by a long shot. 23 for Varth.
24.
Oh yeah, I gotta roll for things.
What?
I got a 9.
Of course, Mary Sue got nat 20.
Fuck.
Rein is starting to hate her just because she's so good at stuff.
Yeah, same.
All right. The walls and the floor, multiple large eyes open up on all of the walls and floor. And those of you that got under 14 take 14 psychic damage
Oof.
and
Quick-
and are disoriented as we roll
Quick
initiative.
question: Does this thing have to see you to affect you? Because technically, unless it's been an hour, Dagger would still be invisible.
No, it's you seeing it.
Excellent. All right. So 14 points of damage.
Maddie, those dice are all fired. Yeah, for those who don't know at home, Dagger got a 5, Tess got an 8, Chung got an 8.
Nice. I'm gonna roll to see if I maintain the invisibility on Dagger. I'm a war caster, so I believe I get advantage on this roll.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also-
so I'm gonna roll.
Also, oof on the roll I just did.
It was 14 damage, right?
Yep, psychic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I do maintain concentration, so Dagger is in fact still invisible.
All right.
You just hear crying from the
And on that note, everyone needs to roll initiative.
No.
No.
Those of you that took damage are disoriented. And apparently disoriented means you cannot attack or do anything on the first round.
Oh,
that
hell.
fucking sucks. Great.
Azra gets a 12.
Great.
Okay.
Do I roll initiative though?
I know. I
19?
have 3 NPCs. I have 3 character sheets, and none of them can fucking do anything.
Did you want to go for the Baron?
Huh? No.
I can hit you for the
No,
Baron.
it's fine. I'm just being a petulant brat.
I just like how the Baron's trying to, because he's so much older than everyone. I know he thinks
You are,
everyone's a child in comparison. So he's like, "Do you want me to get you ice cream? I could just get you ice
I
cream."
mean,
Just-
I fucking am. Dagger is only 20 years old. She's not even old enough to drink yet.
How old
She's
is
younger than me.
How old is the Baron?
Very.
Question
He
marks.
doesn't remember.
Okay.
Question
I
marks.
mean, I'm 150-ish. So
Yeah,
You're-
Baron's 10 millennia or more.
Rein's a pretty young
Awesome.
elf.
yes, I am a young elf.
This
No, he can die
fragment
now.
This fragment of Varth's life is 26. However, previously he was 35 before he was reconfigured by the Yonti into a Yonti and then turned himself into a water elemental.
How
Ooh,
much
that's
do
a
you
mouth.
remember from when you were a Kalashite?
I've written it down, only fragments. I just now remembered the language that I used to know, and on my character sheet,
nice.
it says Kalashite. I
Oh,
took
nifty.
the
Oh,
what
when
is
you
it,
got linguist.
Yes,
Oh.
that was me. That was Varth remembering
That's cool.
who he used to be. So I role played my character when I picked my feet. I was like,
That's awesome.
Varth would choose to try to remember Kalashite.
What did Rein get for initiative?
A 14.
Nice.
Dad got a 21. She's really fast and really confused.
Oh.
No, you came to see it, but she's like running in circles, but she's invisible.
Why are there eyes? There's eyes.
I can
Eyes.
just hear her feet.
So it's everywhere.
Baron, what did you get?
12.
12.
Ooh, are you 12 the greater?
I got 2 for my.
Oh.
I'm also a +2. You can have the greater, but we're the same.
Oh god, we got 3 12s because Mezzy also had. So she has the better
Mezzy
dex.
is definitely the greater though, because
Yeah.
she's
Yeah,
Yeah, what do you want to say?
not a wizard or a warlock.
Oh. Right, Rein, you got 14
Yeah.
plus 2 bonus.
+2 bonus.
Roll off.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Ooh, that's not bad. I rolled an 18 on the die.
Ooh, they got 17. So you are the greater.
Aha!
No, the poop they got them. It'll give them pink eye.
When does Varth go?
Varth got a 19.
Nice.
Wow.
So
That needs to calm down.
all the NPCs failed. Who did not fail the check?
Me.
Me.
I succeeded.
Okay, so bottom row in my overlay. Got it.
Oh, great.
All right, Dagger, we're
Let's see.
good.
Varth, it is your turn. As
What do I
everyone's
see other than eyeballs?
freaking out.
What do I see other than eyeballs?
Nothing.
Hmm.
Hmm. Well, when in doubt, panic.
See, she is rubbing off on you, I swear.
It's the most logical option. I don't know what's going on. I can't see anything and everyone's freaking out. So I'm just going to blow up the entire corridor.
That was going to be Azra's move, so good call.
Anything in the entire corridor needs to make a dexterity save. I think. Yes, dexterity save.
Please
Everything
tell
in the
me
corridor.
I'm not in the corridor.
19.
Other than my friends, everything in the corridor.
19.
You can't see where I am.
The rope's tied to you still.
Oh shit, that's right. Never mind. I forgot that.
So should be aware. Of
Yeah.
Where's my spell save? Yeah, 19 passes.
Okay. That damage for half or something?
It's half, yeah.
Might as well roll it, because you hit something.
I don't know what it is, but it just got burned a tiny bit, maybe.
Wait, did you
Unless
fight
it's immune to fire.
Fireball?
What did you cast?
Firestorm.
Holy shit!
Oh.
When in doubt, blow up the entire corridor. Varth was just like,
shit!
Varth literally went, crap. And the whole corridor just exploded in fire.
I like the level of panic that Varth goes from cantrip,
0 to 100.
Fuck,
just
ninth level
cantrip, nuke.
Okay. So, Varth, Azra, and Baron, since they're not disoriented, can give me perception checks, as this firestorm would definitely make out something.
Oh my god.
I don't see shit. Whatever it is takes 36 fire damage.
36, you say?
Yeah. Half of that.
Hey.
What?
30, that'd be 18.
Perception check. My passive is 15.
Okay, no, this is, you'd have to be, you're actively trying to perceive it, it's not
Oh, yeah.
passive.
In that case, 12. I don't see anything.
Okay. You definitely make out some kind of shape. Baron will get something. Give me a sec, because he got like 21, I think, right? As they're busy texting, apparently.
Oh no, I'm sending gifts to the group chat.
Collecting D4s. D6s rather.
Yes, Rein, there is always the nuclear option. That is what Varth spells are. All healing and one nuclear option. And I'm like, I'll heal my friends and blow up everything if the time deserves.
I mean, it works, right?
Yes, it does. By the way, Varth was never going to take Firestorm until Azra influenced him otherwise.
Aww. Yay.
He was never going to take it, and then he learned the spirits and he has a fire spirit. He was like, you know what? Fire is sometimes the only option.
Agreed.
When in doubt, burn it all and let the ash sort it out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mezzy got a nat 20 on her check, so she's not disoriented. She's like, what's going on? And that's her turn. Baron, your turn.
There's a floating skull in there.
A what?
Floating skull. You're disoriented. Don't talk to me.
Wow.
I'm just getting tangled up in a rope.
It's running around in circles with the rope tied around her. It's just like 30,
Oh my
30
god, it's
of
like
the
a dog with
50
a
of rope
rope.
wrapped around her body.
Yes. Yes.
I think Azra and Rein are doing the same thing.
Now,
Yeah.
Azra's fine, so Rein and the others.
now, Baron, keep in mind, what you saw was just from that brief moment of the firestorm doing damage to it.
Yeah.
It's back to invisible.
Yeah.
But you know where it was, and it hasn't been its turn yet.
Okay, target right where it was and cast Earthbind. Needs a strength save.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
It got a 4.
All right, so it is.
Oh, sorry, 9.
Woo!
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, so it can't move and it basically lands.
Okay.
It's like, it is there. I know where my spell is. My spell is right there. Right there.
Hey,
Point,
Thanks.
point.
I'm on it.
Walk over to it. Point.
Meanwhile, there's like a circle in the rope that's just wiggling around.
Jiggling around.
Oh,
I don't know what it's
sprites of magical energy loop around the creature.
Oh, nice.
It doesn't really say that it produces light, but
Baron, give me a strength saving throw.
Oh no.
no, it makes the strength save, not me.
Oh no, it already failed. It's doing something to you, so it's your turn for the strength save.
No.
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 Spoofy. 13.
I know, spoofy.
13.
Hey!
All right. You are currently restrained as a ray appearing from your bindings hits
Oh,
you
shit.
and pulls you 30 feet towards it.
Oh no!
Okay.
You know, this is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I restrain you, restrain me. This is normally you pay for this.
Azra.
Just quietly adding more dice to my pile as I get more panicked.
Something invisible just pulled Baron 30 feet away from you.
Neat. So I'm gonna throw a bead of fireball in its direction, please. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
With Baron there,
It's fine. I'll scope it around.
he's restrained.
Evoker.
You can shape her spell.
Can I bowl it so that I catch him, the thing on the edge, but not the Baron?
You can shape your spell.
You can shape it.
That's what I was attempting.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, okay, so it's dex save.
Well, let's see what condition it is in.
They're both restrained, so.
Oh, then it fails.
Oh yeah.
I'm checking. No, you have disadvantage on dex saves.
Oh, well, it still fails. I rolled a disadvantage.
Good.
Yay!
Whee!
You're a lot of dice. I like it.
Okay, 10, 20. Math break.
Intermission music. It just says math.
45 points of fire. No, 50. I forgot to add my bonus.
Oh, clean 50, nice. Thank you. That helps on the math. Baron, you were swarmed for the briefest moments, an explosion of fire. Somehow none of it hits you.
Which is strangely comforting to you now that you know Azra.
But as the flames were going, you can see a silhouette within the fires. This skull that's like maybe 10 foot tall skull. Very jagged, sharp teeth. I swear it just looks like it's caved in the front, maybe like it's a giant eye socket. You're not quite sure. And it is right next to you. Like it pulled you right to it.
Out of character, I know what it is now. Balls.
I don't, but I don't like it.
Skull with the Cyclops face.
And at the end of Azra's turn, Invisible Skull Man
Not
shoots a ray at her.
Invisible Skull Man probably came out of this book.
Oh no.
Keep using that book. I don't have it memorized yet.
A book of bad things.
A green glowing ray shoots at you as you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
If you fail, it's instant death.
He's got disadvantage because he's restrained.
It's saving throw. It's not to hit.
It's not a to hit. It auto hits.
16.
You take 45 force damage as part of you disintegrates.
Neat. I'm gonna split that form, please.
Yep.
As part of you, Thanos is away.
I don't feel so good.
Too soon.
As you
Mr.
all,
Stark, I don't feel so good.
as all of you hear, Ushgarlock. And I doubt any of you know deep speech.
Bless you.
Nope.
Nope, that somehow skipped my list of languages.
Yeah, they didn't really teach that in magic school.
Yeah, they didn't really teach that in Druid or Kalashite.
And then we loop around to Dagger, as you are now no longer disoriented. The disoriented was, hey, you don't act the first round. And that's all it was. So it's now your turn, Dagger, at lead initiative.
Cool.
Baron's currently restrained.
Hey, Dick Nuggets.
Daggers.
Hey, that's rude.
No, I'm looking at the thing. I have my hand.
Azra got semi-snapped, just a little
I
bit.
have.
Is invisible still.
It is still invisible, and it took a
For
lot
not
of
long.
damage.
No, I am.
So is Dagger.
I put my hand on the Doom Blade, which I haven't used in forever.
Ooh.
It has True Sight.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah.
I would like to cast invisibility on the thing.
On-
Or not invisibility, fairy fire, which
Yeah.
it's restrained, so it has disadvantage.
Okay, it just fails. So,
Cool. It's glowing and it no longer has the benefits of invisibility.
Yay!
Up before you is this large-sized skull with relatively tiny, small, jagged teeth, really big jawline. Even the bottom part of its jaws have bit jagged parts. We'll say your fairy fire just turns off the invisibility, as it's just a white skull floating in the middle of this giant eye socket in the middle, where the nose and eye socket should be. So it should be just one giant eye socket. Is a tiny little purplish pink dot of light glowing there, like where the pupil would be, and there are 8 more of those over top of it.
I know what this is out of character.
Now I know what it is. Yeah.
I am crapping my pants a little.
Cool. That's the Zagger's turn.
Oh,
and
it is now. Okay.
I don't know what I want to do with my bonus action. I'm gonna give inspiration to Tess because I worry for her. Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. Varth.
You can see it now.
No, I'm sorry. Varth, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh,
Sorry, I had to specify this.
what if I don't wanna?
Then you can just fail. I mean, you're allowed to.
No.
No, what if I just want to pass automatically?
You do have a nat 20.
I mean, if you're a dragon shaman, yeah, maybe.
I don't know if I want to use my crit for this.
I wouldn't, but it's your life, man.
Well, my option is definitely failure if I don't, because I just rolled.
Oh no. It's fine. I've got Revivify. Also, I'm not invisible anymore.
Oof. Oh, good. I can drop concentration.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's already gone. Unless it was greater invisibility, which I doubt.
Oh wait, your invisibility's gone.
Now it is.
Yeah.
Oh well, it would have shot at you then. You get a dex save.
Right.
Okay, whew, that's much.
You get a dex save, and you get a dex save. Everybody gets a dex save.
gets a dex save.
Yep. Oh, I'm actually good at those. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Varth is not. Varth has 2 for his dex save modifier.
I have a +9, but I still got a 13.
You have a
Oh,
lot more than Varth does.
Okay, at a 13, everything around you seems to move a lot faster than normal. Dagger is currently slowed. Her speed is halved by. Its speed is halved. You can't take reactions, and you can either take an action or a bonus action, but not both. On your turn.
I'm fine. I already used my bonus action.
At the end of your next turn, you can repeat the saving throw.
Okay. And I'm trusting Baron with Counterspell, man, because I'm fucking useless right now at that.
Varth's turn. As you can clearly see this giant skull with glowing eye.
Out of character, I know what it is. In character, Varth has no effing idea what the hell that thing.
I roll Arcana.
Oh yeah, can I do that?
Religion check. Is this undead?
This would be religion. Yeah.
Nope. 7.
Religion. Okay.
You have never seen this kind of undead before, but it must be extremely powerful.
Must be.
Azra got a natural 20 on the religion check.
Woo!
Got a 19.
19.
Odd.
Nice.
I have no idea.
19.
So what's Azra's total? 20.
Total. 25.
You know of the aberrations called beholders. They are quite infamous. Some of them can alter their own being in their dreams. Some dream of their own death and wish to not become that, thus making themselves undead. Almost like a lich version of themselves, called death tyrants.
Oh god.
Their eyes don't have the anti-magic cone, but it does have a negative energy cone. Everything within its sight, which is currently all of you, cannot heal while it's in that sight.
Oh, hell.
Oh, great.
Those of you
This
with
is fine.
the 19 plus has definitely got that.
Oh, then Rein says out loud, oh, hell.
Why the hell? Why the hell?
As Rein has flashbacks to the Astral Ball.
Mhm.
Correction. Why the hell?
Mhm.
I do not understand because I'm slowed.
So Dagger is now the sloth from that movie. The
I loved that character. That was such a great anime.
So what's Varth gonna do?
Get there. Varth was going to do something cool, but it takes so long to cast that spell that he's just going to do something lame instead.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Because every spell that's cool has to have an crazy, stupid cast time.
Actually, before you do
That's
that, before
Dumb
you
and
do
full
that,
of butts.
What?
I'll let you guys panic for a bit, as I will be right back.
Oh no! Oh
Ah!
It breaks loud.
Can't do that to us. Not now. All right, guys. How do we beat this thing?
no! I have no fucking idea.
Cry until it gets
It's
sad and leaves.
It's a death tyrant. It can probably summon eyeball thingies all over the place and
Bright
all
side.
sorts of lasers and death beams.
If we
and-
die, Revivify doesn't technically restore hit points.
It's
Wait,
really
does it? I don't
high
remember.
in the CR category, just for the record.
How much does Revivify cost?
I have several
Who cares?
uses of it.
If it's diamond dust, we've got it for days. Don't
Oh
worry.
boy,
No, it's
I
just
have
asking
one
'cause
use
I've
of
got I've got a diamond with me, so
it's 300 worth of diamonds.
great. I've got 2,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
While
Who's that?
Scotty is not here.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, that
My
looks
friend-
awesome.
Our friend in New Jersey sent us this. That's the guy that
The
does
Mighty Nine.
Yeah,
Oh,
he didn't
Oh,
even
Oh.
tell us that he was gonna get it for us. We just got
That's
this
badass.
gigantic.
that's so
Just
awesome.
got this gigantic tube in the mail, and Kevin's like, "Hey, did you buy something from Kurt Roll?" I'm like, "Other than the Twitch subscription, no."
Sorry, I had to grab my fun hat for fun times.
oh no.
Oh, why?
God.
Why?
No!
Ugh. I'm turning off my video and going home.
I don't care anymore.
It turns out the rain that came with you guys was the simulacrum, and it just melts, and she's
She's
outing.
out.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm done with this shit.
She just cast Scorching Ray on herself and melts. Like, wait,
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Yeah.
All right, I believe it was Varth's turn, and you were about to do something, maybe.
None of my spells will have any real effect on it. Well, time to do the one thing that I'm good at. I run up in melee.
Oh boy.
I'm still in watery form, so I'm gonna poke him with my magic quarterstaff.
A wrestler's head pokes out of the wall and says, "Are you sure about that?" Sorry, memes. Anyway, do you run up and you smack it?
Yep,
Okay.
bam. That's probably a no.
What did you roll?
Yeah.
It's not even gonna be worth mentioning.
Okay. The
Let's
staff.
just assume
Chink.
we'll just assume an 11 doesn't hit him.
Yeah, it does not.
Okay. Well, I guess I get 2 attacks, huh? I have extra attacks, so I think I have that now, right? No, right?
Druids don't typically get it, but you might have a multi-attack as a water elemental.
No, water elemental does not.
oh boy.
I don't think so. Let me just double check
No.
water elemental.
Multi-attack. You make 2 slams.
Oh, cool. In that case, I attacked with my staff, so I'm gonna slam.
Wait, are you in water form?
And it's
I'm in water
restrained, so
form.
you have advantage.
Yeah.
And it's glowing.
Oh wait, it's restrained. I didn't roll advantage the first time.
Yeah, roll advantage. Also, it's glowing. Because it's fairy
Neat.
fire, so it's not invisible anymore.
Yeah, but because it was invisible, it wouldn't automatically give advantage. It would negate the disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, there's
Hmm.
double advantage on it right now, so that's why it
Oh,
still is
yeah.
advantage.
Right. Okay. 15 to hit then.
Tink. With your
Okay.
slam.
No, that was my advantage for the first attack because I didn't roll
Yeah,
the first
the
one at
second one.
advantage. So this is the second one.
Okay.
So it's going to be slam.
And number 2.
Slammy slam of. I got a math better than this. This math.
Use your
To modify my stats and change them willy nilly at the fly of my pants. It's crazy. This guy's got way more strength than I do. Why don't I do this all the time? This guy's got way more strength than I do. Christ. That 15 was, or 16 was actually a 18.
Oh, that's still Tink.
Okay.
Oh
Jesus.
boy.
Well, in that case, this 18 again is probably not going to hit either. Let me just double check that it's 18. Hang on. Yeah, 18.
This skull is immensely dense.
I hit it with the Staff of the Woodlands, and it goes boink, and then I slam it with my watery self, and it doesn't do anything.
Cool.
So that's your turn, right?
That was it. That's all I can do.
Okay.
Move and slam.
Shoots another ray at Baron.
Really doesn't like it, Aaron.
Normally it would require a dexterity saving throw. I believe you're just at disadvantage, correct? At restraint.
Hold on.
Yeah, because you're restrained.
Yep. Like how Kevin's like, let me look at this. Let me
He's
just
like,
take a look
"But-"
at something.
Nope. Is it its turn or is this legendary action?
It's a legendary action. It's shooting right at you, and you're
It
restrained.
hasn't gone yet this turn?
Nope.
Shit.
I know. Kevin,
Do
we
not
we
swear,
feel the
Father.
same. Yes, we feel the same. Exactly that.
19 with it this one?
A 19. Somehow, while restrained, you dodge it.
17 and a 19.
Hey,
What's restraining you, by the way?
To the kinetic ray.
We'll say coincidentally, like it hits your helmet, and your helmet falls off, and you see it falling in slow motion.
oh.
Oh, my helmet.
And it hits.
Just the helmet falls in slow motion.
Yeah,
He's
you're not in slow
Wow.
motion, but the
Yeah.
like,
helmet.
helmet
is.
back on.
Somehow I'm still going, so no.
He's doing it cinematically.
All right, so that was at the end of Varth's turn.
Damn.
Right?
Rain, hey, you can do something.
All right.
Please.
So Rain,
Love it is unholy, kill it.
Yeah.
Rain stands kind of 30 feet behind where Baron is, in
Mhm.
line with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she has her shield that she just sort of puts directly in front of her, and she screams as lightning channels through the shield, and a lightning bolt blasts down the hallway. As it looks like it's going to impale the back of Baron, it sort of splits around him as I sculpt the spell around him, and it's going to hit this creature head on. It needs a dexterity saving throw, but I'm going to overchannel this shit.
Ooh.
And it's at 5th level.
What's your
I don't know what that means.
DC
I'm into
17.
it though.
Max damage.
Oh shit, nuggets.
Yeah, baby.
at disadvantage?
That's what I did when I did the like 150 damage in one turn or whatever.
At disadvantage, it got 16. It got really close to
It-
passing that.
Fails.
Yes.
So that's going to be 64 points of electricity.
Ah, it's just lightning. It's coursing through it. Wait, how much was that again? 60 what?
64
64.
electricity.
Nintendo
like
points of damage.
Yeah.
That is that is a
3D
5th
N
level
floats around in
lightning bolt.
circles.
Yeah, so Baron just like this just like goes around, and the helmet falls, and there's like lightning all around Baron. It just impales this thing in front of him.
Wow, guys.
meanwhile, Baron's like, I'm glad I wore brown pants today.
Fire, lightning.
The earth. It's turn now. The earth
Oh,
bind.
no.
When does it roll the save for that? At the beginning or the end of its turn?
The what?
Your spell that's restraining it. I assume it's a
Find out.
reoccurring saving throw every turn. That's how most of them work.
Oh, Scotty, as a bonus action on my turn, I
Mhm.
second wind.
Oh yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Just say
It was the best. That is the best cross-classing you could have
Oh,
done with
shit.
Rain.
I get 8 hit
It
points
doesn't.
back.
It doesn't.
It doesn't get a save.
How
Wow.
How long's the duration?
Minute concentration. So it's can't move. It's movement 0.
So if it misses the save for a whole minute, it's stuck that way.
Oh,
No.
God.
Unless it can break-
Okay.
unless it
It's
can break
designed
the
to bring
concentration
a
of the
flying
spellcaster.
creature down to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, do we want to be mean? Because technically I don't think it'd be restrained. I think it
I
just
think it's grapple. It's movement
No,
is 0.
It turns its movement to 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
it's
would
not
be
restrained
restrained.
and it's not grappled. It's just movement 0.
Yeah.
I guess
Which is-
grappled, because grappled, that's all grappled is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it means it can't fly around and
Yeah. Means
run
it's-
away from us.
Okay.
Also means it can't move where its eye is. Basically, it's like.
Yeah. So basically, the recourse to get out of something like that is to get the spellcaster that cast it.
Yeah.
Drop it.
Yeah.
Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it. Drop
Okay.
it.
It would probably focus its attacks on Baron then, since it knows
I
Baron.
haven't done any damage to it, unlike some of you guys doing 500 damage.
Okay.
It does not do
Um,
that much.
It was only 50.
I
It's
did
only
64.
18. Fired when I blew up the corridor. When I
Oh.
nuclear optioned.
No, Rein.
Hi.
You take back your second wind, as it won't work. You
That's right, it
You
won't.
know, you
Alright.
know it won't.
Yeah.
so-
Oh,
That's
shit.
true. You're right.
Yeah.
Nope. Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get out of its gaze.
That's
Yep.
fair.
You
I will
can't.
take that
You
back.
can't. It looks directly down and covers the whole corridor with a 60-foot cone.
Six-
Covers the entire corridor in front of it.
60 foot, that's cute. Only 60 foot? No,
It's
it's
140 foot.
Yeah.
150.
No, that's
Good
even
question.
worse.
Jesus.
This thing cannot turn around, correct?
Yeah, but it's this large-sized
just
skull
noting
in the
this.
middle of the hallway.
Well, Baron's the one restraining it right now. And even though Rein did the most damage on it, it really does not like Baron right now. And it has him restrained, so it's going to shoot all 3 of its rays on its turn at him.
I am no
Oh.
longer restrained since it started its turn.
Oh.
Oh, that's why you pulled out the monster manual, you cheating dick.
And it's a thing stop at the start of its turn.
Now it's
That
really
makes
gonna
sense.
want to kill you.
That makes
Yeah.
sense, actually, yeah.
This thing is gonna want to rip Baron apart.
Gonna unload on the Baron.
No.
It'd be the
Yeah,
first monster to
I mean-
ever
Oh,
attack
and I don't have
Baron
any. I don't have
completely.
any fucking I don't have any reactions to save
Nope.
you.
Because you're slow.
I mean, it's still going to do what it's going to do regardless. So.
Yep.
Alright, first one.
To be honest, it is the
Ew.
first monster to unload only on Baron.
I like it.
Strength saving throw.
Oh no.
It's
You
just
got it.
rough
Good
all
luck.
14.
You have a couple nat 20s.
Hey,
Really,
Oh,
you know,
yeah. Dude, how many do I have of those?
2.
Two.
Okay, I'm not 20 on that.
Okay,
On
you
the
feel like it
strength
was
save?
going to restrain you again, but you are not
Okay.
restrained. Second ray. Pew! Dexterity saving throw.
That goddamn Jeanette and those nat 20s, huh?
Yeah.
9.
Do you want to use a natural 20 on that?
No, because I need to save that. I only have 2.
Okay, that makes sense. You are now restrained as you turn to stone.
It just did it again.
Oh, shnikes.
Turn to stone.
You are petrified.
No, wait,
It
that
might
takes
be
a
a-
round or 2.
It might be a different.
On a failed save, you... Oh, no, you're currently restrained.
Oh, okay.
At the end of your next turn, you got to repeat the saving throw.
Great. You're restrained.
While
That
restrained,
was read too.
a third and final ray.
Yeah.
You have disadvantage, I think, because
Oh.
if it's a dex save.
Yeah, depends on what it is.
Most of its ray attacks.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, good. You don't have disadvantage on that.
Your brain is not restrained.
23
Okay.
Oh, shit.
plus 7.
You feel like it was trying to get you shook, but you were not shook.
Wait, so it wanted to restrain you and then make you frightened. What a dick.
I mean,
That's funny because you can't get away. You're like, oh my god.
I know.
it shoots random rays, so.
Oh, okay. I
Alright.
thought it chose.
Nope, it's just pew 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 pew.
Alright, that was Laser Show's turn. Tessa's turn.
Stab him in the
Doesn't
sweet
really have
spot.
any other choice. She's gonna run up and try and stab him in the back, and then wants to get behind him, so that ideally he can't target her with any rays.
So she
Or
can-
ideally, that means she's out of the range of the mega eyeball of anti-heal.
And if she has to use her bonus action to dash, she will do that.
she doesn't need to, but she's behind it now.
Okay. And does she have disadvantage because it is glowing? Or advantage because it's glowing from fairy fire?
Yes.
Thank God for that. That made it a 25.
That hits.
Okay, so ad boy takes.
Puppy power.
So what are these things called again? Just for my own.
Death Tyrant.
Death Tyrant.
I thought that was the name. I was trying to remember. I knew it was something terrible.
One of the most badass names for a monster.
Yeah. Hands down one of the most
25.
Oh my god.
25.
And-
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's freaked out by it. She's going to use her bonus action to disengage and try and get further behind it.
Okay. The only attack that could possibly try to get her as a reactionary is its bite, but it can't because it can't move.
It's just, she doesn't have a lot of hit points.
That's okay.
And she is what's the word? Doesn't believe that she could make a difference here, so she's scared of everything. Chung's turn?
After this legendary action, yes.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
no. Oh,
Ah!
no.
That did not count because my dice went everywhere. Okay.
Oh no! Save the dice.
Let's see.
Don't save the dice.
Save the party, screwed the dice.
Yeah, it wants to do everything it can to not be restrained, so it's just going to keep firing at Baron.
Oh god, Baron.
Baron,
It's grappled. It can do everything it can. It just can't move. I have done 0 to it.
you've
This
made
guy
it.
should not be going after just the Baron.
You made it so he can't move.
Yes, it wouldn't be moving much anyway.
Yeah.
Why would it move? Everybody's in its eye raised.
I like the idea that Baron is arguing with this creature. That's what it's doing. Now it's
Firing at the
Brain
Baron.
and turning to stone.
The Baron's using using his reaction to scream at it. Why me? I haven't hurt you.
Baron, give me a persuasion check. I am not joking.
Persuasion? Oh,
just
I'm good
gonna
at that.
announce if Baron gets it to kill one of the other ones of us, Rain's gonna be mad at him.
25.
Oh, yeah, Rain's going to be really mad because you're the one that's done the most damage. So he's like, fair point.
No!
Damn it, Baron!
I don't know you. I don't know you.
Dex save for Rain.
What are you talking about? She's the one who saved us from that other god, and you're saying I don't know you.
Alright.
She was the only other person in that fight other than me.
I
I don't even know her.
I remember myself and
Yeah,
and
fucking dick.
That's a 17 for a dex save.
You just pass. You were starting to slow down. But you resist.
I'm gonna get your ass.
As Baron's slowly turning to stone as he says this to you.
Chung, it's Chung's turn.
Cool.
God,
I like to rage.
I love and hate beholders because they were really stressful for the players, but oh god, they're just so much fun.
She would like to rage, and then she's gonna run up and fuck this thing up.
Okay. Can't move, so.
Thank God for advantage. That makes it an 18.
Just barely doesn't hit.
God damn it. That's even worse. That's a fucking 16. Yeah. All right. Cool. And she's raging. She cannot frenzy attack because she started her rage. Yep. Okay. Yep. That's what she does.
Seeing someone come up in full plate with a really powerful looking weapon, it shoots a ray at her. Dex save. What she's
She
really
has
good at.
advantage because danger sense.
Well,
She's not really great at them though, but she has advantage, which saved her fucking life. Yeah. So that's a hang on, yeah, that's a 17.
Starts to slow down, but resists it.
That would really suck for the woman that has potentially 3 attacks around to only get 1.
Right.
Ooh, yeah.
Mesa comes in as a whirlwind of blades. She does like a Xena jump or something, and she's
Get
in
up,
there.
yes.
That's a definite hit. Like 20 something. 17 does not. Oh, that was almost a nat 20, but it still hit. So, of course, she never hits with her Kopashes. I'm noticing this. Her Kopash misses, but her 2 flame tongue attacks hit.
Nice.
As she climbs up on it and stabs it in the eye socket, and it roars in pain, and she just twists it further.
Oh.
And and a big crack shows up on it, and then the crack branches off, and it falls apart.
Yes.
Woo!
Baron, give me another save.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's-
he turns to
no.
stone regardless.
Oh no.
Dex save.
There's no stopping it.
You have another 20
I know.
if you need it.
Listen, what do you?
No, hey, you gotta choose it before you roll.
Oh
Yeah, you
no.
gotta choose.
Oh
before.
no. Varth, do you have anything that can make him not be stoned?
Wait, don't ask yet. We just gotta see what he does.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
He's gotta decide.
Jeanette, quick, put some money in the chat. I'll use the natural 20 this time.
Okay, you are not petrified. And you're fine.
You're
Strength
welcome.
is not my good save. I mean, it's okay, but
weird.
yeah, I was going to
Fear.
obliterate him on my turn.
Mm. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
That thing has gemstones in its eyes, right?
Nope,
No.
it doesn't have
There's
eyes.
no-
The lights
It doesn't
all
have
go
eyes.
out, and the skull just shatters.
Not gonna lie, I
You
was
literally
gonna take,
get nothing for killing it.
That's
I
the
was
closest
gonna
I've
take
been
the
to
2d12 necrotic to do that over channel thing again.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, it was coming.
Oh, Scott knew what I was doing. He was trying to. He wanted me to use all them nat 20s I had built up, huh? I took
No,
it.
no.
Oh, I only know that's not true because he had to roll randomly for the raise.
Oh.
Yeah, if I wasn't rolling randomly for the raise, it would have been Petrify, then Death Ray, then Disintegrate. I'll just keep doing that.
Death Ray. Yeah,
Yeah.
Death Ray. It's
Yeah.
save or die. Probably one of the only ones.
Well, it's not
That's
save or
it.
die
No.
anymore.
It's not save or die anymore.
What
Yeah.
the brutal,
Only if you have less than 100 hit points.
Oh.
the ridiculously
Yeah,
brutal combo,
Which when we were in the abyss, it was save or die.
Right.
the ridiculously brutal combo that beholders have that
Which literally everyone on my side of the table is at right now.
been
Disintegrate, Death Ray, disintegrate, Death Ray, disintegrate, Death Ray.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
it's in fifth. In fifth, it's petrification and then disintegrate. Because disintegrate, if they're petrified, there's no save. They're immediately turned to dust because they're an
Yes.
object.
Yep.
Oh, that's been around since
Yeah,
old days.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you're an object now. You're not a person.
Yep.
Dust.
Because Dag took damage, she is now at 100 less than 100 hit points. Chung is at way less than 100 hit points because she turned into a pincushion, and Tess never had more than 100.
I was gonna say Azra has no idea what it's like to have more than 100 hit points.
Rain
Yeah.
has exactly 100 normally, but can I use the 8 points for my second win now?
Yes.
Actually,
Varth has
did you want to
114
save
hit
that?
points as a water elemental, and 120 something hit points as
We've
Varth.
been walking through this maze for a couple of hours now. I don't think it's really going to hurt us that much to take a short rest.
We're in
that's
a
Oh, all
domain
the
of dread.
eyes on the
I think
walls and
resting is
stuff,
bad.
they disappear. Like, they close and just disappear.
How long have we been in this maze at this point?
You don't know. You're probably
I
going to
mean-
die in here anyway, so you could have been here for a minute, you could have been here for a few days, you don't know.
But how long does the Baron reckon since he's used to this kind of crap?
And Shadowfell time, taking the planar shift and
Jet lag, man.
Yeah.
taking
That's Shadowfell lag.
taking the Shadowfell chrono shift in this plane. Being Mr. I know everything about planes. Probably been maybe a day. A very long day, but a day.
Yeah. I mean, if there was just a planner knowledge skill, I would have taken it.
I mean-
Arcana. That's
Yeah, it's
but
I don't think there's that much of an issue. Eventually, we're going to have to sleep anyway.
so. What were you guys taking a short rest here?
Think so.
Do we? I mean, I'm fine if you want to like leave this creepy ass particular hallway, but
Well, I mean,
it's
we
just-
technically killed what was in here. If we
That's
go to
fair,
a new hallway,
yeah.
there may be something more.
does anybody have that spell
can-
that does the rope for
I
No,
don't
but
have
I
that.
No, but I can make a hut.
The
Same.
hut's better.
The hut's better, yeah.
Mhm.
If you do the hut, I'll do alarm around it. That way
Okay.
And I'll
nothing
do a
invisible
sleep.
can get to
When I first
Close.
came to this multiverse, they used to have a spell that created a lodge that had walls and a fireplace and actual beds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can do that. I just don't want to.
But now it's just a hut that's a little sphere. with
No,
nothing.
okay. Mine looks like a hut from the outside. Inside it's just a sphere.
Now,
But
now that I think of it, I don't know how that tower would turn out if you cast Liamon's Triumph
Don't
Tower.
do
Oh
it.
yeah, if I like kept climbing up the stairs.
I
and
wouldn't.
she didn't try that.
I wouldn't try it.
That's the thing. It's technically a demi-plane.
Is it?
Yeah.
Varth sits down for a minute and goes, I'll summon a guardian that'll keep us safe for an hour.
Lehman's tiny hut is not, but basically,
Big triumphant tower, yeah.
For a minute, Varth casts Conjure Fey, and
Ooh.
while we're resting, there is a Annis hag, a large-sized hag, wandering around outside the thing, and she's like, I give hugs! Like waiting to give hugs to whoever happens to show
This
up.
one is a lot dumber than the ones I remember.
How many of us are there?
Yes.
a lot.
A lot. Yeah,
I
there's
can
been-
also cast Tiny Hut.
Eight total. Three NPCs. And
9 counting Vorm.
Oh yeah,
So
9.
we could-
The Vorm can stand outside the
Well,
hut.
no, the hut can hold 9 medium creatures.
Okay.
So,
Sweet.
So are
after-
we long resting or short resting?
well, I'm gonna take 11 minutes to make the hut, and then you guys can decide how long you want to stay in it. So I make the hut in 11 minutes.
You know the hut's 8
Varth's
hours.
going to protect us. Let's
Oh,
just take a
yeah.
long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might as
I'm
well. now
gonna
that the
sit down. I'm gonna sit down outside the hut and focus on Leo.
Oh, Leo.
How are our boys?
Let me check.
Oh no!
Because you're making me roll double encounters.
Oh,
Shit.
Oh my god. Can you imagine if they run into one of these death tyrant thingies?
They've run away.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
gonna poof.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been really lenient on them.
They've run
Yes,
away.
as you should be.
You
They
go
don't
on,
deserve it.
you go on Liam and he and Morty look really nervous as Morty's hiding behind Liamin as a wispy, shadowy creature in a room full of arcane runes that you immediately recognize this hallway. It starts
Aw.
floating towards them, and as it's floating right towards them, we'll end the episode.
Oh no!
Actually, no. This thing's scary, and Leo has. I'm gonna bamf him back,
Morty's
then
all by
I'm-
himself.
and then I'm saying, Azra, bring Morty back,
Okay. My eyes roll back in my
and
head.
I'm hoping it's fast enough. I don't know. It is an action to bamf them back and forth,
So
Yeah.
the
Can I
ground's
Thanos him?
the ground's
so they
wet.
might still have to make the wisdom save.
Give me a con save for him.
Oh no!
Oh no, for Morty. I don't even know what his con
no.
is.
Nah, Morty doesn't need to roll.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
does Leo?
he's dead.
Leo does. Actually,
Oh,
no, Morty. I guess Morty would do.
Oh, I'm a fucking dumbass. I just tried to search my monster app for Leoman.
Nice.
Dog.
Morty got a 15 natural. I don't know what his bonus is, but it's
Is
probably
this
like
a con save?
Yes. With that 15 alone, it passed. It's fine.
Sweet. I'm gonna
Three.
get his stat.
Ah,
Okay.
no, poor
Okay.
doggo.
Both of them get bamfed back, and Leomin shows up in front of you, and his legs are shaking, and he peed the ground around you.
Oh, I just hug him. Oh,
He smells gross.
prestidigitation the pee away.
And
That would make my life in real life so much easier.
Yeah.
Morty,
Do you know how many times this asshole has rolled in shit? It's too many. One time is too many. It's been more than one time.
Morty did not pee themselves. That's what the save was.
No.
Because they were scared. They were scared.
The question though, when I bamf Leo back, is he still holding a scroll case or no?
Yes.
Ah, what? Oh, good boy. Oh, good boy. I'm giving him cuddles. And then sit him down. I'm gonna start, and I'm like, tell me everything while I'm looking at the scroll.
Yeah, we're like trying to mentally map out where they were from their memories of
Because
it.
like they can,
Varth
they can
blows the rest of
telepathically
his
tell
spells
us.
on healing, so if anyone's injured before we take a rest, he wastes all the rest of his spells on healing.
It's
So-
a long rest, so they would get it all back anyway. You don't need to.
Right.
Well, this is
It
in
doesn't
case
matter.
we get interrupted.
Yeah.
He wants to get that good XP for using
Right.
spells.
Yeah.
2 edition XP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use all my spells. You wanna-
We're gonna get it back anyway. Dag's gonna waste a 6th level spell to make sure that Chung is fully healed up
Okay.
because she's our tank.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys fully heal, and we'll continue from there next time.
Yeah.
First question, Jeanette, will you be
Hi.
able to join us 2 weeks from now?
I should be able to.
Okay.
I don't currently have plans, so I'm gonna put it in, and then if something else comes up, and be like, I made plans.
Okay. So we'll continue with our fun with Rein.
Oh, we didn't. Did I have time to determine what's on the scroll?
Nope.
Oh.
You're about to open it, and it goes like, on the next episode of Trackless C. And you're like, no, I want to read it.
No!
Wait!
Freeze frame.
The credits are rolling up, and you're like trying to push them back down.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I want to see what's on it.
Baron just creeping over the shoulder. What's that?
Mm-hmm.
To be continued.
Anyone got any plugs or mentions before we call it a night?
No.
None for me. Follow us all on Twitter.
Yeah, no water.
Get all the news.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess my one would be, I'll just say it real quick. For those of us in America, I don't know how other countries do their Mother's Day, but Mother's Day is tomorrow for us. So happy Mother's Day to those of you.
It is in Australia too. Happy Australian Mother's Day.
Yes.
Last week in Spain, according to US, because
Oh.
he posted something and I was like, he got his week wrong. Then I was like, wait, he's not in our country.
Yeah.
That's very American of me.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
And I've just got on Monday night at 6, I've got my Cthulhu game on my channel on Canny_Adventures. And Thursdays I'm playing at 7 on Damn It Berries Twitch. So
All right, how's your Call of Cthulhu campaign going? I hear there's bug people and Sasquatch.
yeah, and everybody's in a big fight with bug people and Sasquatch right now, and Dylan's character got hit with some kind of electricity gun that if he failed the saving throw, he was gonna die of a heart attack.
Oh, I know what that is.
Oh.
Shit.
So yeah.
So
It's a magic item in Call of Cthulhu.
That sounds very dangerous.
Every magic item is like, hey, I found the Ring of Winter.
Mhm.
Yeah. Found an artifact of terrible power. Oh boy.
yeah, we're going to it's not showing, but we're playtesting the new Modifius 2D20 Octung Cthulhu.
Yeah.
We just got through character creation and stuff.
It takes place in World War II, and I've been doing a lot of studying, and I'm super nerding out about it. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
And of course, as always, stay tuned next Saturday for more Tales of Markios.
Yeah, we're going to the Astral Clock Tower, yeah?
You
We're in
are
it.
going to be traveling further down the path to the core.
Yeah.
And Friday is
Corruption
vaccine
Retroverse.
Retroverse.
No, wait, what? No,
Yeah.
Nope, bite me.
no, it's vaccine.
No, I'm not prepared yet. I am prepared.
Mark
but
Lee is always prepared. What?
Yeah, it's the corruption. They just took care of some rats, so we'll see
yeah,
what happens
what
here.
was it? Rats,
Red caps and trolls.
Oh my.
Okay.
Trolls, right?
The
Nice.
troll was playing Fortnite or something, right?
Yeah, they was playing a first-person shooter.
nice.
I made him a troll. Oh, low
Anyway.
fruit.
So,
and
on
no
that-
water deep tomorrow.
Yeah, because of Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Yeah.
For those who
Cool.
celebrate.
Good follow all of us. We're cool. We post cool shit. Some of us post cool shit.
Yeah.
Nerdy shit. Nerdy shit. So if you think nerdy shit is cool, then there you go.
Yeah.
Scotty has a Patreon. Make sure you go look at Scott's
Yes.
Patreon.
Do it.
I mean,
Maddie's-
Jeanette does too on
I
Candy
do too,
Adventures.
Yeah, so do you and so do I. But
And
yeah.
so does it. Yes. So see.
Half the
Give us
group
money.
has.
Spend money.
Yeah,
Spend
I mean,
money
you could
everywhere.
you could just follow us on Patreon, but if you really want to support us, like, we don't mind.
It's appreciated.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess one last note. I'm gonna try to have the first Zebediah's guide up on the DM's Guild next week. No promises, but
Hey.
I'm definitely planning on it. I'm not sure.
Nice.
It'll be my first thing to post there, so I'm not sure if it's like hey, you have to specify the date and it can't be the day of, or they need to review it first, which understandably so. I don't want them posting 3rd edition Book of Nymphology on the DM's Guild.
Yeah,
probably.
you really don't want to. Yeah. hmm
I think that might be on there. Oh,
You probably don't want to read it if it is.
It's probably not. I don't know.
You really probably don't want to read it.
Oh yeah, it won't be on Deeps. It'll be on drive-through.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
on that note, we'll call it a night. See you guys next time.
Night, everyone.
Ciao, ciao.
Can't leave
Bye.
them.